Good morning, afternoon, evening all, and welcome to round 4 here at Phillip Island. Just laying off the coast of Victoria, Australia, this small island is known for two things: its marine wildlife and its racing. And welcome along to In the VC, the pre-race show that discusses all the news and events occurring within the virtual paddock. My name is Kendra Garlic, and joining me on the desk, as usual, is Kenjake. And Kenjake, we're back in Australia yet again.
Yep. What can I say? It's a double Australian header for the season calendar. And quite new this is. Unlike before
Yes.
in Bathurst that we have raced like two or three times now. Phillip Island
Yes,
is something else, is it?
Yes, we've raced around Bathurst a couple times now. It's a track the drivers are pretty familiar with. But Phillip Island is a whole new playing field for our competitors here for the racing. Generally, it's the first time you've raced at Phillip Island at all. I think it's the first time for me personally I've even been on the track itself. But as I alluded to, this is the second Australian round. Not by choice, must add. This is meant to be the only Australian round this season. But of course, we ended up having to replace round 2 of Jeddah for Bathurst, where I ended up racing. But nonetheless, it's going to keep, well, me at the very least, and the other Australian drivers, G and Josh Mitchell, happy, having multiple rounds within Australia.
I gotta say though, it is an odd choice, don't you think? I don't think GT3 cars are meant to run around in Phillip Island.
No, I think the track from memory is either grade 2 or grade 3. So GT3 cars are able to race around here, but they haven't, I don't think, ever.
Yeah,
so it's certainly quite odd to have them around.
That is here. True. Well, what do we have here? So this track is very notorious, or sorry, very famous for running motorcycle races as well. And what do you call those open wheel events that you have in Australia again? F2000s?
Formula Ford?
No, there's something else.
Not sure. Is it the Toyota Formula Series, maybe? The Oceania one?
I think it runs hand in hand with the supercars.
Huh. The only one I can think of is Formula Ford. I know those ones side by side with V8 supercars. But
well, at least we have a very flowing track to play with today.
Yes, we do, definitely. And this track is, as you said beforehand, it's known more so for its MotoGP events and its motorcycle events. This is pretty much the staple. Oh, you may have picked up the thunder on my mic there. Might get a bit stormy. as time goes ahead, but nonetheless, yeah, this track is much more for its motorcycle racing rather than its car racing. It does hold V8 supercars, but some tracks, some corners here, I should say, namely Stoner and Miller, are named after famous Australian motorcycle
Legends.
racers. Yes,
Legends.
Miller maybe a little less so. He's probably I think he's the fastest Australian on two wheels at the moment. But Casey Stoner obviously is
Yep.
renowned.
Definitely Lord
Renowned.
Stoner.
Yep.
Uh,
But yeah, enough about the track really. Today we've actually got a little bit of interesting developments, but we'll get into that in a second. First, I want to talk about the previous round, and I think a driver who would also want to continue to talk about the previous round as much as it is relevant is Alex.
Alex, exactly. What an astonishing finish from him. First place he's ever his first win in Artito.
Yep, first win for the Italian there. So we haven't quite actually figured out how many race winners we have in Artito. We should probably get around to going through the backlog because I think we have at least most of the race results saved over the couple seasons that we've had now. So I reckon at some point we'll be able to figure it out.
I'm not gonna lie. I am envious though. I've never had a victory in the Artito server before.
What a shame. Yeah, you've had victory elsewhere though.
Yeah, I had victory elsewhere, but not yet on this server. I have yet to prove myself here.
Yeah, but Alex has been able to notch his name against the likes of Raj, of Scoob, of Ballista, of Sato, of myself, to be fair, trying not to toot my own horn here, of race winners here at Otita. So, yeah, he drove brilliantly, honestly, going through the first lap, just being able to keep out of danger. From there, he was able to command the race up until the last two laps, and he was just able to keep Slushy behind, who was on a absolute charge. Like, all credit to her, the Thai driver. She was able to score a personal best result as well, second, in that first race. So yeah, both of those drivers doing very well for themselves, and that's boosted their championship efforts.
She has been fairly consistent, hasn't she?
Yes. Slushy has been very consistent, it has to be said. And find the championship tally. There we are. So after the results of round 3, the championship is standing as follows. Ballista is on 104 points, followed by Naf in second on 78. Tobalobe is on 62, then Slushy Cat on 61. Then Scoob rounds out the top 5 on 55 points. Then there's Alex on 45, Sato on 34, G on 32, Felix on 30, Raj on 26, Roger on 21, myself on 20, Meek on 15, Blake Bun on 12, Raf on 15, Josh Mitchell on 1, and then the non-point scorers so far are Apollo, Aditya, Paul, Peter, Rai, Rohei, and 6 in line. So we've got 23 drivers this season already. And I believe we're going to have another one today as well.
Oh, something else I wanted to talk about is Scooby-Doo's championship woes. It hasn't been a great start for him.
Oh, that thunderclap was so perfectly timed.
Good thing it wasn't heard. I don't think the mic picked it up, unfortunately.
That's a shame. It was so perfectly timed because you just said championship woes, and then it just happened almighty just poof.
I think I may have something to do with the weather.
Possibly, but yeah. If I randomly disconnect at some point, you'll know why.
Heavy storms out there for you, while it's all sunny in here in Phillip Island.
Yeah, the eastern seaboard is getting a bit of a hammering, I reckon, tonight.
Phillip Island, is this on the other side of the coast?
No, it's on the same coast, but it's in between Victoria and Tasmania, essentially. Yeah, so it's a little closer to Victoria than Tasmania. I think it's, I want to say maybe 45-minute flight from Melbourne, but I'm not certain.
Phillip Island is literally straight off the coast. Like, it's not even that far.
Yeah.
It barely, if you like go to the the end of Victoria, it only takes 5 minutes by a small plane to hop over to Phillip Island. It doesn't take long. Yeah, maybe 10 minutes, I'd say.
So
I don't
it's
know.
literally an isolated island in Australia.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is an island.
I would say quite isolated. There's a lot of fun stuff there.
No, I mean like it's
penguins.
It's literally away from the main
yeah,
island.
it is away from the mainland. Yeah.
I will try and find a picture in the meantime to see how far it is, but it's not that far because I've been
Yeah.
to Phillip Island plenty of times on a plane, and yeah, it barely takes a few minutes.
I haven't actually. I haven't been to Phillip Island before, which is a shame.
I bet I
Yes.
could throw you out of Australia and go to Phillip Island if it's that close.
So Phillip Island is literally. I wasn't wrong when I said this. Phillip Island is literally 5 minutes, like from coast to coast, from
Wow.
mainland Melbourne, if that makes sense.
How long would it take if you would walk on water?
Let me Garlic. What I'll do is I will put Melbourne International Airport,
Hmm.
and then I'll put Phillip Island, and I'll have a distance up for you.
Excellent. While Sayan is doing that, I want to talk actually about the championship going into round 4 today. The
Big
big story.
implications.
Yeah, big implications. The big story that has developed over the past 2 days is Ballista is out on injury.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. This is new news for me.
Yep.
Well, you clearly didn't read general chat, but yes, Ballista has injured his leg, and he won't be able to race with us for at least 2 races, I believe, 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yep. So this is going to have massive championship implications, and it's basically gifted NAF quite a golden opportunity here to draw back the
I
championship
would
lead.
just say, nah. I look at people like Slushy Cat. I look at people like Tobolobe. Tobolobe had incredible pace in the last round, and we also saw Cat we've seen Cat have great pace over the past few races. Not just NAF, it opens the door for everybody behind, because I believe Tobolobe and Slushy are only like 10 points behind NAF or something. Yeah,
Oh,
it's going to be
that is
interesting.
correct. Yeah. So NAF is on 78, and then Tobe is on 62. So there's a 16-point difference
16.
between them. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
it's opening.
honestly,
It's
today-
opening up a new opportunity for others as well. Then.
I don't know. All of a sudden, season 5 has gotten very interesting, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty close. That's to be said.
So maybe, so we found enough for Ballista. Hey, we need to find a way to sideline him for 2 races every year.
But,
Uh,
I believe Ballista is actually watching. Whether his English is better than my Japanese. It probably is. Let's be honest here. My Japanese is complete rubbish. But
the only thing I know in Japanese is konnichiwa. That's about it.
that's pretty much it for me. But however you say "get well soon," Ballista in Japanese, that'd be handy. I might ask Tobe and see if he can do a translation for me.
Let me try and find.
So he's
Google.
watching right now.
I believe so. Yes.
Well, no. There's 5 people watching at the moment. None of them have chatted yet.
So the way to say it in Japanese is "sugu ni yuku naru."
Suguni Yukunaru.
Yes, I mean you nailed it the first attempt.
Yeah.
Yep. So, as they say in Japanese, "sugu ni yoku naru." Ballista, get well soon, and hopefully we hope to see you back again.
Yep. Absolutely.
And while we were talking about Ballista, I found the distance between Melbourne International and Phillip Island. It is approximately 100 kilometers.
100 kilometers exactly. So that's about the distance between. Actually, it's probably less than the distance, honestly, between Newcastle and Sydney.
Yep. And
So
it's
that's
not.
probably a 1-hour drive if it wasn't water.
You can actually go to Phillip Island from Melbourne with a direct road. You don't even need to get on a helicopter. You just have to drive along the coast. Which will. So Phillip Island is about south of Melbourne, and the road takes you further to the east before going back towards the west and then going into Phillip Island.
That's interesting.
So
So you can drive to it.
Phillip Island.
I may have a few pictures of Phillip Island from a plane I may have taken once. Let me go and find that while you guys do commentary. First round general stuff.
So, with about 10 minutes left of the previous show, predictions, really. It's going to be hard to
Wait,
predict.
there's penguins here?
Yeah, we have penguins there.
What?
Yeah.
It's almost
We,
like
we,
the first time
we have
in
penguins
his
in
life.
Sydney.
Yeah,
we have penguins in Sydney. Like we've gone down to Manly before, and I've seen penguins there.
pretty sure I've seen penguins as well.
I've
Yeah,
seen
just little fairy
penguins,
ones.
but in zoos. But I've never seen penguins out on the open
Like
on the
wild
beaches.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certain beaches, like even on mainland Australia, you can just like walk down there. It's like, oh, there's fairy penguins. Cool.
Can I
And they're
keep
just
one?
vibing. I'm pretty sure they're protected, so if you steal them, like, they're huge fines.
I don't care about the
They're
fine.
not
At
like
least I have a
ducks.
penguin.
It's not like Alex Jones and ducks. You can't just take the ducks home.
Ducks. That's quite different for me as well. I've never known that you can take home ducks as pets.
Apparently, you can.
Wow. Okay. Two new things I've learned this day.
But while Ken Jake's fawning over Australia's quite insane fauna, has to be said. Race predictions, and I reckon it's actually going to be pretty tricky to decide this
I
because
don't know. I'm
top
gonna go.
five,
I'm
like
feeling optimistic. I think the Iron Will Jamaican gets it done in race 1 today.
Iron Will Jamaican. Hey, well, he is racing today, which is always good to see. Apparently, he's been able to pick up quite a lot of pace after getting some driving tips from Hydro. So it seems
Yeah.
that the Jamaican is going to be able to be at the top of the pack yet again.
Well, I'd say G. Number
G.
1 of Australia.
Yeah.
What about
it's,
you?
It's tricky. I can see Slushy winning her first race today. I definitely
do.
can.
Right,
be
here
fair,
we go. It looks like
I'm
we
not
have a
gonna
wager
lie.
here.
Yeah. Us three have all got different predictions, and honestly, I don't know who can win. Anyone can, in my opinion.
This
Yeah.
is like 2010. Who's gonna win the
Yeah.
championship? McLaren,
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, DC. DC said Red
It's
Bull
pretty
and
close.
Sebastian.
But we're also going to have a couple newcomers today as well. Actually, 3 by the looks of it, at the very least. So the first one, who's already been on pace quite quickly, is Siomai, I believe it's pronounced.
Shomai.
And another.
Oh
Siomai.
yes, he
Yes.
does have good pace.
Is he Filipino?
No, he's Italian. I think.
He's Italian, but his name is Shomai. In Shomai, in Tagalog, Shomai means like it's Chinese food. It's like wonton wrap meat.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But like in game, he's got the Italian flag. But I think on
Exactly.
Discord he said he's Filipino, so I'm not sure.
So I'm pretty. Oh, okay. So I'm pretty sure he's Filipino.
I'm gonna say he's Filipino and just I don't know, maybe ignore the
Long
Italian
story
flag.
short, guys. Long story short, he's got pace.
Yeah, he
Long
has
story short.
pace, regardless of his like nationality. We'll figure it out at some point. Why is there Tupperware in the Discord?
Maybe I gotta do the same thing. Maybe I should put the Italian flag. Maybe I'd be faster next time.
Yeah, maybe. We seem to have a lot of fast Italians. So we got Alex, we had Alessio.
I still can't not remember. Rather, I still can't believe when I said last week when Alex was in first. I was like, it's the first time we've had an Italian driver in Artito, and I completely forgot what happened last season.
I don't know the dominance that was like Alessio.
Yeah, how could you forget about that? That's unforgettable.
Oh, it was the funniest thing. I made that comment, and as soon as I heard Garlic go, I was like, oh, damn, I completely forgot about season 4, haven't I? Or didn't I, rather? Yep.
But
There was
yes,
also another moment. There was also another moment. I was watching back the replay of the last lap. There was another moment in race 2, I believe, of the last round where I was absolutely losing my mind on the last lap with my commentary. And I made a comment about Ballista extending his record of most twins. And when I said, I don't even know how many he has too many. I heard Garlic chuckle there for a few seconds on commentary. And it was the funniest thing.
but yeah, that aside, so it's Xiaomai, is it?
Shomai.
Xiaomai.
Yeah, there you go. Pronouncing it properly like a true Filipino. Let's go.
So like the I is a H, really.
Yeah.
This is Xiaomai. Yeah.
Shomai.
Okay. So Xiaomai, whatever the nationality, I think it's Filipino because I'm looking at Discord. They said it's Filipino. So we have them today as well, who they seem to have pace. We have Rafi, who's another Filipino, and Brad M, who is a Singaporean. So you have two Singaporeans now on the grid.
No, now we don't have a loner in Singapore. We have two of them. I'm
Yes, so
excited for the next season if we're going to have a team up then.
Felix having some company.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think he's also planning to race today, but I'm not sure. He's in the server, so it looks like he is.
Plenty of people who submitted within this week. To be honest, I think there was 4 or 3 people who.
We are closing in on 2,000 members, which is great to see.
Yes, we are getting quite close.
How
Are you guys
we are-
not
should we
gonna-
bring
are you
on the
guys
big?
gonna-
Should we bring on the other big news about Abby?
I was just gonna say, has someone not covered it yet already? But go ahead.
Well, Kendra, you are the voice.
I don't know what the
No,
news is.
I'm not gonna say it. I think everyone already knows.
I don't
Uh,
actually.
Well,
You don't.
for your
Kenji.
information, Abby just paid half of the server, so server
10
1
to
to
20.
10 is for
Mhm.
Isamu, and Abby is now the co-owner of Artito Racing. He covers
Oh.
server 10 to 20 of Artito Racing.
The investor.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm gonna say huge investor here. He is playing his cards right, I hope. And yeah.
I see
Well-
potential, you know? I see potential in this league now as we closing on 2,000 members. So I was like, why not? No, I'm kidding. Now, Artito's has a special place in my heart, you know? And I was like, okay, I'm a race director, but I want to do more for the community. And the only way I could do more is start owning a few servers of my own and control them. So I talked to Rage about a few days ago and we worked out a deal. And yeah, here we are. I'm now a co-owner. Which means
Alright.
which means I can bully Josh more, which is only the reason I did it.
You now have stakeholding in like the official position of Artito being bully Josh Mitchell.
I guess that's his mission.
No. But it's great. It's definitely great to feel a bit more involved with Artito Racing. Yeah, it's definitely great. I just realized I think I've got like 6 or 7 roles now under my name, which is ridiculous.
You know that one scene from The Death of Stalin where I think it's Field. I forget his name. It's like Field Marshal something.
Mhm.
And there's a gif of it, and it's just like he throws off his cloak and then like pulls down his like vest, and there's like hundreds of medals or something like that. That's just you.
With all the roles.
Reich Marshal, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I actually made a new role for Rage because the whole time he's just been a moderator, but I was like, no, we need a role for Rage because he is literally the server owner. So I made a separate role last night.
Yeah, so
And
what's the color now? He's like light blue.
I think it's diamond. I put it as a diamond hex code, I believe.
Ah,
Yeah.
fancy. And then Poker's also got a teal.
Yeah.
Like,
Shall we
I
talk
think
about
it is.
Mitchell's role, ladies and gentlemen? Well, gentlemen in this case.
Oh, I think we should cover that later night. What you reckon, boys? Should we or should we not?
I think definitely we should cover the nightly battle that's gonna happen. So to the viewers who are watching,
I think let's still let's do the commentary for that as well.
Josh Mitchell. Well, I don't know if Garlic's gonna be up at that time,
Yeah,
but
he's going to be up. I'm gonna
It's
tell him
1
to be up.
o'clock. I'm not sure. What do you mean you're gonna tell me to be up?
No,
no, it's
You
gonna
get
be
up.
midnight for him. He's not Asian. He's Australian. They go to bed by 9. I went to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning today, and I woke up at 9.
How?
For me, okay, here's the thing, right? For me, here's the thing. The first 2 minutes is absolutely horrible if I sleep less than 5 hours. But after that, I'm fine. It's just the first 2-3 minutes, which is absolute living hell. You can't tell that I've slept only 3 hours with the energy I have right now, surely.
No, it
No.
sounds like at least 7.
Yeah, no. I wish it was 7, my friend. I wish it was 7. I got hooked onto Microsoft Flight Sim last night again, so.
No, that would explain it.
Yep.
So
But yeah. So we've got. So how many minutes do we have left? 15 minutes. All right. I'll stay for 5 more minutes and then go and compile the notes because I have a lot to cover today.
We're probably gonna go to ad break.
Yeah, we're gonna
Now,
go to
anyway.
ad break now.
All right, let's do it. Yep.
Cool. When we return, we'll be going to our race broadcast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Right. Yep. Well, I guess we'll see you in a bit.
Yep. I
Yep.
need to grab something.
All right. See you guys.
Off the coast of southern Australia lies a small island that is home to the pride and joy of Australian motorcycle racing. And today, Artito Racing races through these 12 corners to the backdrop of the Tasman Sea and the venue of Australian motorsport history. Welcome, one and all, to round 4 of Season 5, the Artito Racing Championship here at the Phillip Island Circuit. My name is Kendrick Garlick, and joining me in the commentary box, as usual, is Kendrick. And Kendrick, as I said beforehand, this is another new circuit for Artito Racing this season. Yep, here at Phillip Island, and we'll be racing within the hour. Currently, we have about 25 minutes of practice left before we go into a 10-minute qualifying session, which will dictate the grid for the first of two 17-lap races. The second, of course, being a reverse grid race that will surely provide exciting entertainment for all. Now, as per usual, this will be a sprint race format, so drivers will not need to box to be able to refuel their cars or change tyres. So it means that all the drivers will be pushing to the absolute limit for 17 brutally exciting laps. So with all that said, yes, this track has always been able to provide exciting racing in almost any motorsport discipline that has been thrown at it. And with the racing just moments away, get comfy and get ready for round 4 here at Phillip Island. Yep. When you get the opportunity, share your screen, please. Nice. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's quite up to date because on the server times, it's Raj actually. He's got a 129 dead, followed by Slushy on a 120. Oh, well, both Slushy and Raj have a 129 dead, but Raj has a 129.005, and then Slushy is a 129.062. So half of a tenth between the Indian and the Thai driver, separating the top. Then I believe Scoob's time that isn't representative either at the moment. That's a 129.1. Then NAF is another 129.1. That's 121.96 for NAF. Then we've got Alex on 129.372. Rohan 129.403, Gino 129.523, and then Shilmai on a 129.9, Lakebun 130.228, Rogers on 130.303. Then we have Rafi, one of the newcomers, on 130.686, Felix on a 130.966, and then Brad and the other Singaporean on a 131.813. And so far those are the times we have at the moment. Josh did set a time earlier today on a 133.1, but yet to see whether he's going to be racing today or not. I think on the screen at the moment that's the fastest he's done, yes. Yeah, so 129.5 in the Australian there. He's sitting in 7th place, so that is correct on the timing board there for the Australian at the very least. As NAF improves his time, I believe that is. Oh, and Miko's here as well. I didn't believe he was racing today, but apparently he is. That's awesome to see. Yeah. But for all those newcomers, if you enjoy the stream today, be able to like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. That would certainly be appreciated. As we were saying earlier today, that this may be one of the last streams we have for a while, depending on Ken Drake's situation. Of course, he's going to be going to... No. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll figure out a way to keep the amazing camera work, but I doubt it'll be able to be replaced entirely. Of course, Ken Jake is very good at this camera work here. Everything you see on screen is entirely his doing. I wouldn't say that. You can do better than the likes of AC friends, even. Yep. It is incredibly close. The top 5 are separated by less than 3/10. Even on the serve times here. Yep. Yeah, hopefully Bliss is able to heal quite quickly and be able to see him getting back into it. Yeah, hopefully Bliss is able to heal quite quickly. I can't hear myself.
They can't be heard on stream, right?
Well, I heard myself through your mic, but
Okay, sorry. My mic wasn't open on stream, sorry. Oh, there it is. Hello.
Oh, was I just talking to myself the entire time?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh, alright, it is working. To say that, I will see you guys on GT or wherever the voice briefing is. Yep.
GT, yep. That's the race director there.
Whoa, improves once again with a 129.107.
Yep. On the screen there it says the fastest, but unfortunately that is not quite correct. And that puts Naf at fastest though still, so Raj is still the fastest on 129.005. Followed by Slasher on 129.062, and then we have Naf on 129.107.
It is correct, but this is relative only to this session.
Yes. Actually I'm not sure. Because on my screen here it says those are the times I'm reading, not the...
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. Raj does a 129 flat at the moment. I can see it on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I can. So the whatchamacallit is a little busted. That's okay.
Yeah, I'd probably call it my mini tower.
Mini tower. The flat.
Yeah.
We see Slushy going through turn 11 onto this huge, very continuous left-hander. Swan corner apparently is what
Will she improve though?
I haven't got the sector times up at the moment. It doesn't look like she will now.
No, she doesn't.
Something Alexa? Shut up.
You know what? I'm going to use a very useful tool here. We're gonna bring out sidekick.
Ah. Interesting. So we'll be able to see some the.
It's not showing the times though.
Nope. Well, we tried.
Yep.
You can see the gears and the speed as well as the
She's not using full. She's not using full throttle.
Is she not?
Look.
She isn't. No.
There's still a small bar left.
There's a tiny dead zone. Yeah. So I wonder if throttle is starting to die now.
I'm gonna check if it's consistent with everybody. Yeah, I think it's a. I think it's only the tool that's not working properly.
So it's a sidekick bug. Okay. Well, it's good for Slushy at the very least. That is just an issue on our end and not on hers. But it looks as though that the race brief is starting to fill up a little bit. We've got people starting to join, so we might tick over there in a second.
Yep, let's head on over to the race brief.
Let's.
Alright, boys. Hopefully you can hear me. You guys are now live and on air. Boys and girls.
Yay.
Hello, Tom. How are you? How's the week?
Yeah, not too bad. I didn't get enough practice though.
I doubt you need it.
We'll see.
Okay. I've done like 7 laps.
I did 13.
I don't think you're supposed to be practicing, Josh. I think you're supposed to be practicing for later night.
Yeah, you need to practice
I
for later
was.
tonight.
I just was. I literally just was before I joined this.
You've got a big fight on your hands tonight. You've got your hands full. But all I'm gonna say is I'm actually looking forward to it because I think the third race will be a great equalizer. I really do.
I reckon
Come
the third
take
race
that
can be a
match!
Huh?
We're not doing a death.
1v1 at Gulag. Kidding.
You guys should do the gum tape death match.
We're not both ruining our wheels.
You're not gonna ruin your
Yeah.
wheel, trust me.
He will ruin his.
Wow,
Waste-
oh my
waste
god,
anyway.
Hydro, that is disgusting. Don't you
That's
dare.
cool.
I'm gonna post the ban sticker.
Oh, Roger's here. Hello.
You always say special hello to Rogers before every race.
Of course, of course. should be a good mention, you know. I'm hyping him up.
Yeah.
Attendance! Attendance, children. Attendance. Who has been naughty?
Half of them are older than you.
Shut up.
Fair enough.
Raj, yeah.
Alright, Alex, Tobbs here, G's here, Rohe, the Iron Will Jamaican. Nope.
He doesn't need to be here.
I know, he is the father, but no, he has to be here. Scooby's here. Felix? Mr. Felix?
Scooby's here? Ah.
Mr. Felix is not here. Simois? Yeah, I guess. No, Roger's here. Rafi as well. Mr. Rafi's here.
I just
Cat's not
read
here.
the comment at the live chat, by the way, and I think Naf has got the whole nation at his back at the moment.
He does. Buzzer is here. Naf
Yes,
is here.
Buzzer, is
Miko
your
is here.
in-game name Brad,
Lekman?
perchance? Lekman's here? Yes, he is. Cat, Raj, Felix. Felix is coming.
So is Josh gonna run?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Australia's third best is going to run.
Alright, I don't want anybody.
Yes. Come on, get it right.
Yep. I don't want anybody running laps today when I'm doing the voice briefing because there is a lot to cover. Oh my god, the Iron Will Jamaican, you've got a hot mic.
Problem solved.
Danke! So Felix is not here yet. Cat's not here yet. Like I don't know if Butt's racing.
Cat is here.
Okay. Cat's here now.
Yep.
Felix said he's
Cat-
BRB.
Felix is here.
No, Felix is here, but he says BRB. I don't know if he's gone AFK or something, but Okay.
He'll be fine, he just joined.
Raj is here.
alright. Jesus, that's a big grid we've got today. I thought we'd only have like 12 drivers or something. Oh,
Use that.
good,
We've got
good.
16.
Yes.
That's bad news for Josh because it means less chance of getting points.
You mean zero?
Get on with it.
But then again, Josh is also a driver who can't score points with 10 drivers racing because he retires
Yeah.
before the end of the race. So,
Yes.
He
you know.
Yeah.
scored points last round.
Huh?
He scored points last round.
Did he now?
Yes!
Wow.
Scored 2, I
Congratulations.
believe.
Damn. Congratulations, Josh. All right. All right, guys. Let's get this underway. No time to mess about today. There's a lot to cover. Also, so welcome for round 4, is it? Got it? Or
Yes.
5?
4.
4. Welcome
It's
welcome
4.
for round 4. Nearly at the halfway point of the season. As you guys are aware that Ballista is injured. Just want to start with that, and we obviously all of us hope that he can be back before the next race. Well, not that he won't be back for the next race, but as soon as he can. With regards to where did we race last week?
Zandvoort.
Zandvoort. Any questions from Zandvoort? Anyone? No? Yes? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Let's go on to the notes I made earlier and cover. Alright, first thing. Unsafe rejoin. So we clear about what's the regulation regarding unsafe rejoin? Because there were 2 unsafe rejoins last weekend. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. It happens, but are we all clear about what to do? Obviously, in the heat of the moment, sometimes things happen, but the rule is quite defined in the rule book with regards to unsafe rejoins. So please, please try and look after that, guys. We had two drivers who did it at the exact same time. I don't blame them. Look, I really don't blame them. Honestly, if I were in their position, I'd probably do it as well. I mean, just the other day, I was racing at Spa with the RSRs, and I had an incident with someone at the end of the Camel Straight. And in the moment, I felt like that driver turned in on me. And then looking back on the replay, I was like, okay, I had a bit of fault in that accident as well. So in the moment, it's obviously hard to make decisions. So, yeah, but try and use your judgment to the best you can for that. So unsafe rejoins, pit lane exit is going to be a big one, especially come qualifying. Are all of you aware of the pit lane exit out of the pit lane?
Wait, so we have to shift back to the left side road, is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay, understood. Sorry.
Yes, absolutely. Is everyone clear about the pit lane exit, especially in qualifying where you'll have drivers going into turn one on the edge of the outside before the turn in? Because next thing they're gonna see is a car coming out of the pit lane at 80 kilometers per hour right on the racing line as they're about to hit the brakes. So let's I hope everyone is clear about that, and if there are any incidents reported, yeah, it's going to be kind of serious, I'm not gonna lie. So please have a look into that. Is everyone clear? Like, does everyone get what I'm talking about here, or no?
Clear.
Okay, well, as long as everyone is clear, that's good. With regards to the third thing, what is the third thing actually? Covered decision making for two cars that collide converging into each other. Okay. The third thing is there was an accident between Sato and Rogers, I believe. Not the unsafe rejoin that happened, but the collision before that. The reason why there wasn't a penalty for that particular incident is because they both converged onto each other. So although on the face of it, it seemed like Sato may have understeered because of the camber onto Rogers. If you look at Rogers's onboard, it's also quite evident that Rogers, ever so slightly, but still cuts towards Sato. So when two cars converge onto each other, I will always put that down as a racing incident, regardless of what the rules say. Because, yeah, you both are. The rule book also states that both drivers are responsible for ensuring a safe overtake. So, and if both of them are converging onto each other, they both are not playing their role with regards to that regulation. So, those incidents will not be penalized. Number 4 is actually also quite a big one. Changing tracks. I know that the first Phillip Island mod we put out wasn't the best, and I apologize for that because myself included, I had a lot of work when we were doing testing for the mods. Tobolo was also quite busy, and TK as well. So we couldn't really test out the mods as well as we should have. Obviously, next time we'll try and do better. Hence why the first Phillip Island mod was binned, and we then decided to change tracks. But then we also figured out that changing tracks would be very unfair to drivers who have put in a lot of practice prior to that. So we just found out a compromise and found a mod which was raceable. Even though the vote said that change tracks had the most votes, I chose to take matters into my own hands and just be fair to everyone who has put in a lot of laps. Because I think Rogers and Rohe at that time had put in easily close to 56. I think Rogers was on 90 at that point, and it would not be fair to him whatsoever. So, yeah, that was the compromise I came out with. And look, guys, sometimes especially when we do mods, yeah, stuff happens. Sometimes it requires a lot more testing. Like, there's only so much testing we can do prior in the moderator team and the steward team. Sometimes we need a lot more track testing to figure out if there are any issues with the mods. So sometimes track changes may happen. Not always. I mean, I believe we've only had a track change once in our 5 seasons, but it can happen is what I'm saying. So please bear with us, but we'll try and do a better job with regards to quality mods, and we'll also try and do a better job with regards to getting out the announcements of potential track changes earlier. All right, big one, restarts, and I'm gonna need a lot of replies here. So the compromise, I've gotten a lot of comments about restarts, especially after the Bathurst race. And I'm going to once again put the matter into the driver's hands. So when I see a big accident, either Kenjake or Garlic will already be watching the race as part of the session. And if a crash is spotted, a big one, Kindred or Kenjake themselves will generally start a restart vote. And obviously, if the restart vote is passed, we will then restart the race. Is everyone happy with that?
Sounds fair.
Does everyone think that's a fair compromise with regards to restarts or no?
Okay.
Because now I'm putting everything into your guys' hands once again. I'm not going to be using gray areas of the rules to try and make decisions. I've put everything into your hands. If majority says they want to restart, they get a restart. It's up to the votes. It's up to you guys. Is everyone happy?
Just to clarify, so you're looking for 50% or more of the vote.
Whatever whatever, yeah, 50% is whatever the quota, right? Well, from memory.
It can change
That's what
sometimes.
it is.
I think it's.
It does change sometimes, yeah. Well, I would say
I'm
50%
pretty sure the
would be a
current
good
setting is
number.
not 50%.
Sorry?
Okay.
I believe the default is like 75 or 80.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do we think? Are we saying 50 or are we going to stick to 75, 80 just to be fair to the drivers?
I believe 50%, because if let's say even if like a couple of the leads say we should restart the race, that's still at least 4/10 of the field completely wiped out. And so at that point, I reckon that's even that within itself is enough to justify a restart.
Okay, so we are looking for, even if the restart quota does not get passed, if it's 50%, whoever's logged in as a moderator or admin on the server will automatically restart the race. Is everyone happy with that?
You mean manually, but yes.
Yes. Manually.
Sorry, Tom?
You mean manually, not automatically.
Yes. No. So Garlic will press the restart vote, okay? And then it'll obviously have a 30-second countdown or whatever. The timer will run down. Let's say the quorum is 75-80%, but we get 55-60. But the quorum does not get passed. Garlic will still log in as admin and straight away restart the session, because at that point we've already got 50 plus. And it's going to be exactly 50, hey? No plus minus this. It has to be at least 50.0. Because decimal, so I don't want to get into the whole decimal thing. So if it's 49.999, not happening. Not going to happen most likely, but what I'm trying to say is there's no gray areas with regards to numbers. It has to be at least 50.
I don't know.
Okay, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So that's the things I had to cover. Like I said, quite a bit to cover today. Is everyone happy with the restart rule? Because I know a lot of people were not happy at Bathurst, and I completely understand where you're coming from. And if I was in that situation, I probably would not be happy too. But I also have to try and be fair to everyone else who's racing, because it wouldn't have been fair to the drivers who were leading at the point. And I don't want the rules to become too stringent. That's why my rules allow flexibility. I allow the drivers to take matters into their own hands. If there is an incident, readdress it by handing the place back. As long as there's no damage, I'm not gonna do anything. Everything's in your guys' hands. So yeah, go out and have fun. That's all I want. I want hard racing, but I want fair racing. Actually, can I make a request? Like after race 1, can we have a longer intermission time between the second race start? We can definitely do that. We can actually edit that on ACSM now, but you guys have to rejoin. What is this? Topolov, I think you did the server. What is it at the moment?
It's what is it? I think 140 plus 40 seconds from the first person crosses the finish line. So when the first driver crosses the finish line, you have 140 seconds to finish your race. And after that, there's a new intermission of another half a minute, and then there's another half a minute before the next race starts.
So that's about
you have
4 minutes, let's say?
You have 3 minutes already, unless you finish last.
Yeah. So Kat, you've already got 3 minutes apparently, so do you still want it to be extended by a bit? Just seeing what she's typing on. Okay, she says it's fine. Yeah, I think 3 minutes is fine. Ideally, I'd like to say 5 minutes would actually be the best. But then again, a lot of drivers have time constraints, and it wouldn't be fair to them to just hold them back for too long. So, actually, I'm going to open it. We may have to delay qualifying, guys.
Sorry,
yeah, like I said, there's a lot to cover. I'm going to make a vote here. And I'll give you guys 5 minutes to vote. And just vote whether, with regards to how much time you would want between races.
Back saying, what did I miss?
Dude, are you serious? Are you serious right now?
I'm kidding.
Oh my god. I have covered so much, like I said. I had so much to cover today, and you come back and tell me, what have I missed? Mate, that is a one-way ticket to getting banned. Especially for you. Alright, let's do this. 3 minutes, and I'll delay qualifying by about 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Sorry about that. So, there we go. Let's put that. And then please vote away. I'll put it on general chat for everyone to see. And restart.
If we start a practice, we'll have plenty of time to deal with it.
Yep. Now, I was wondering, should I put down a vote for restart? It seems like everyone is kind of happy with that already, no?
Yeah, I reckon it's probably best.
Yeah, okay. We'll leave the restart vote to our hands then. Alright, guys, I think the message should be out on general chat. Is it?
No,
You put it in league management.
Oh my god, I'm a freaking idiot. Oops.
Incredible.
Too many channels. Too many channels.
Copy paste.
Because I also sometimes I nearly missed the start of race 2 at Monza, I believe, because I went to the bathroom, and by the time I came out, the lights were literally just going off. So I do agree with Kat in the sense that there should be a bit longer between races. Yeah.
I mean, we can restart the race if someone wants to go pee. It's not a problem.
No, but then it's restarting it is not nice, is it? If someone gets a very good start and then all of a sudden they get pinned back.
If you call before the race starts that it's a restart, then nobody has to go.
Okay, true. Well, I'll put a vote out. The vote will be open for 5 minutes till 3:06 or 6 past the hour, and then yeah, we can move towards qualifying. So we'll just let people vote away. At the moment, it looks very close between the two. If I'm going to be completely honest, I'm going to make a vote myself. I'm going to choose for 5 minutes.
I will get everything organized. So it should be the same for the past moment to restart.
Is this the most number of drivers we've had this season for a race? Surely. Well, it has to be up there. Yeah. Nice. Is 16 including me, you, and Jake, or nah?
I voted
no,
on
16 total.
what?
Okay.
I won one nữa.
Who is Mike? Is that?
Felix. Pull out.
Oh, okay. Is it Felix?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Felix. Have to be done.
Yeah, silenced. His mic been fixed?
I don't know. He hasn't talked at all.
That's because I muted him. That's probably why.
Rohe, the Ironville Jamaican, can you hear us? Rohe? He's got green on his mic, but he's... There he is.
There you are.
The father of Artito
Hey, what's
Racing. I should maybe make a roll on Artito just for Rohe. Father of Artito Racing, and probably put it above my role of race director. Because think about it, right? Think about this. All of the stuff I have right now on Artito would not be possible without this man.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, just give me the win for the hard
Oh
work I've
mate,
been doing.
look, I hate saying this on stream, but I kind of hope you win today. Not gonna lie, it would be really nice. I'm trying to say that in the most unbiased way as possible.
Too much pressure.
Come on.
Too much pressure.
Nah. You got this, mate. Come on. Right, you haven't won a race since what? Season 1, I think? Or you may have won a multi-class race, actually. I think you won a multi-class race.
I won last season. F3.
Oh, wait, no, you won F3, one of the reverse grid races, right? Hockenheim? I think it was. Yeah.
Before I got penalized.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
who
are
won
we
that race
starting now?
officially? We'll let the vote run another minute.
Unofficially.
Oh yeah, but then you got penalized at the track. Dude, I tried fighting for you, man. But I tried fighting you to give the win, but there's only so much I could have done that day. I tried. But anyways, that's the past. We don't talk about that. All right, I'm gonna close the vote early. No one else is really voting, so 5 minutes has actually won the vote. So, Tobolet, would you be happy to do that on the server on our
Yeah, should I
ACSM?
change it over?
Yes, please. So everybody who's in Philippines 20, you will have to rejoin because the server's gonna get restarted, and you can go straight to qualifying as well, hey? When you restart the server. So
Give it a
I'll-
couple minutes of practice just so people
Yeah, I'll
can
put
get
it
back in.
to practice and then I'll skip it when everyone gets in.
okay, sure. Well, we can put it 5 minutes of practice then. Okay, let's do that.
Hi.
All right. All right. I'm actually really looking forward to this race. I probably won't have any. I won't have my voice by the end of it. I'm pretty sure, but oh well. See what happens. Rohe, are you like? Oh, he left. I was gonna ask him, is he up in the air or something? Because he was literally sounded like he was in air with his mic.
You know those analog cover videos? It sounded exactly like that.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally, that's what it sounded like. Anyways. Alright, I think that's pretty much it, guys. So, yeah, feel free to leave the chat now. Thanks for your time. Obviously, like I said, we had a lot to cover today. I'm glad that most of you seem to be on the same page with what I've come out. So, yeah, go out, have some fun, and I'll see you next week.
Quickly,
Yes, go.
Just quickly, we have new races today. Everyone can give a warm welcome to Shiomai, Rafi, and Buzzer as well.
Make sure to give them the Artito special.
You always say that, Jake.
Of course.
Always.
I have to scare them.
Of course.
Yeah, the
Alright.
servers should be restarted now.
Excellent.
join.
Enjoy your first race with us, guys. Hope we have you for many more.
Yep. See you guys. Shut up, Josh. Bye.
Okay. The bullying.
It never stops.
No.
You gotta go.
Good luck, Tob.
Leave your posting.
Thanks.
Hey.
Lovely sounds.
Simply lovely.
Also, to all the viewers watching, if you haven't already, Garlic's finally done a face reveal. So,
Yes. You seem to be amping that up quite a bit.
yeah. You know, I'm not gonna lie, Garlic. For the first time in my life, I'd say someone's face actually matches their voice when I saw your picture. I don't know why. It just matched.
Damn, white Anglo voice matches Anglo face. That's
No.
bad.
It's not that. It's not the skin color. It just matches for some reason. I don't know why. I've had plenty of Anglo people or Western people whose faces don't match their voice whatsoever.
Are you
You are
saying
literally-
mine doesn't match my face?
No.
That definitely
No.
matches.
It
I don't
definitely
think so,
matches. I
personally.
know, right?
No. No.
No? What do you mean, no? I definitely look the part.
Debatable. All right.
Debatable. God.
I think we'll probably just let practice run. So go 5 more minutes of practice.
So-
Well, 3.
Only 3 minutes left of practice.
Yep, we're just waiting on a couple more people to join, I believe. Lake Bun, we are still waiting on, I think. Yeah, Lake Bun's in. Yeah, all the times are gone now, so we won't be able to commentate any of the times. We can just see Alex running around at the moment.
Alex Jew, a race winner
Yes.
of the last track.
Race winner. Our newest race winner at Artito Racing. He won race 1 as well. It wasn't even a reverse grid race.
No.
So, what do you guys think about him going back to back? I wouldn't count him out.
I think he is race today, but I reckon Slushy does. I can see him getting a podium. That's definitely within a shout. But I think a race win today is a little out of reach. There's too many super fast people today.
Yeah.
The top 4,
Well, it's
like
gonna be-
we have Naf, Scoob, Slushy, and Raj in ascending order. Like
Yeah, I
they're
think qualifying.
within the 10th.
Qualifying is going to be a matter of hooking up the most perfect lap you can, because a tenth of a second here, a tenth of a second there, you might be looking at potentially a difference between a front row start and a third row start. Honestly, it's that close. And I say it every weekend, and I'll say it again. It is great to see competition here. Finally.
Yeah, absolutely. Where is Rohe? Did he disconnect?
Oh my god.
I'm
Scooby
gonna
just gutted the whole track.
I'm gonna try find a photo of the track map so I don't get confused during the race.
I can send you one.
No, I've got one. Cheers, though. I'm really bad with corner names and corner numbers.
Gardner Strait.
Gardner Strait. They don't have a Mick Doohan corner. That is crazy.
We have a soda corner. That's okay.
Oh, there is Doohan corner. Yeah, turn 1. Okay, thank you. I was like, why the fuck doesn't... Oh, oopsie, shouldn't have said that. Why doesn't Mick Doohan have a corner name at Phillip Island? Because I believe that is the only motor racing track in Australia. Or is there any other motor racing track in Australia? I don't think
Motorcycle.
No,
not
I believe
one that I know of.
No, I think MotoGP race. Yeah, they only race at Phillip Island in Australia.
Yeah.
So
Same with World Superbikes as well. They only race here.
Oh, World Superbikes come down to Phillip Island as well.
Yep.
Crazy. Okay. So Alex Dew, you guys say doesn't have the pace. 29.3. If he can hook a lap together in qualifying, 29.3 might be pole, in my opinion, because it's
I don't know. That's a claim.
It's one thing doing 200 laps. Well, you get what I mean. I'm trying to exaggerate it. It's one thing doing multiple laps in offline practice mode, but when it comes to actual qualifying, you've only got 2 or 3 good chances of putting a lap together. Yeah, a lot more pressure is on at that point. And
that is one of the takes all time.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who can potentially put a lap together and put it on pole position. Phillip Island, in my opinion, is not the most technical track with regards to corners. So that's potentially why there's a big reason why a lot of the drivers are close together. There's not many corners where you can take different lines and show off your driving style. Maybe the hairpin before the end of the lap is one where you can take potentially different lines. But apart from that, it's a fairly straightforward track. So that is why the field is quite close, which is great for us watching.
Is this
absolutely.
Lukeley or Lukeley Heights?
Lukeley Heights, yeah.
MG Morris Garage.
I was meant to go watch the Phillip Island race last year for MotoGP, but I got busy because I had my flight test. I had my flight test on the very next day, which was kind of disappointing. So yeah.
We shall bring back helmet cams.
Yes, excellent helmet cam yet again. But we're going into the practice now. And time's just up on your screen. Not exactly represented per se, but nonetheless.
So who will be the first person to move out of the pits and start their time?
That's good.
I would say the guy who's first in the pit lane from the exit.
I doubt it. That rarely happens.
Rohe, probably. He's at the very front.
Mm-hmm.
You can see all those cars there. It's a pretty cool sight, has to be said. Cars stretching all the way down.
But will he be the first car to cross the line at the end of the 17 laps? That's the question.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Moments time. All the drivers showing commiserations in chat, wishing good luck to each other. We are about to tick over to qualifying in just a moment.
Here we are at the start of qualifying. Rohe does indeed get the first position out on track.
That is certainly a voice.
Yep.
Drivers sticking towards the...
someone's gone off.
Oh, except for one.
Give him penalty, that's not legal.
That might have been Felix, but I'm not sure. It was a BMW.
He did say...
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rohe.
First person to get out of the track as well. So Tobo gets track position.
Yep, and I think Raj, they're following suit as well. As all the drivers trying to scramble for the run, a little bit of tarmac, then
that
a little bit of
livery
space.
actually looks awesome. Wow.
I would say Tobolov has... I would say Tobolov has ever had the best livery in the season, but in terms of consistently having good liveries, he has to be the best.
Exactly.
He certainly has
He's
an
got-
icon.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Well, I would like to take the cake of saying I had the best livery in the Porsche Cup.
Yeah. So as Alex Dew mysteriously decides to wander off track there for a few seconds, so Tobolov will be the first driver to start a hot lap. So why don't we go on board with the Norwegian and show our viewers exactly how this racetrack at Phillip Island is tackled? So Kenji, take us on board with Tobolov and let's go for a lap of Phillip Island. So you want to take this last corner here, which doesn't have a name actually.
Swan corner.
Yeah, it is flat out, but it's, yeah, you have one snap or one snap, and yeah, you're potentially in the grass or worse. So as you start, go down the Gardner Straight into Doan Corner, you want to probably dab on the brakes ever so slightly and bring the car in as fast as you can. 230 kilometers per hour at the apex, which is incredibly fast for a GT car as we go into the southern loop. Tobolov at the moment seems to be using a double apex for the southern loop as he comes out of turn number 2 and he heads towards Stoner Corner. From my experience, this is also a flat out corner as he will then line up for the Miller Corner, which is one of the slowest corners on the track. The corner actually tightens up here quite a bit on exit, so you have to anticipate that quite a bit as Tobolov has missed the apex there. Not the most ideal line as he goes into Siberia, and this is where this track starts to in real life go up the hill ever so slightly. So he goes into Siberia. And most of these corners coming up now are flat out, so you want to use the line of least resistance as he goes through turn 7 and 8, and he will now approach Lukey Heights. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of line Tobolov decides to take it. Is he going to let the car wash out to the outside, or is he going to hold a tight line? It seems to me that he's letting the car wash out ever so slightly as he then goes into turn number 10. This is going to be a great overtaking position come race time. So now he goes into turn 11, and now turn 11 is actually the most important corner for the start of Gardner Straight, because turn 11, because turn 12 is flat out. So the run you get out of turn 11, you pretty much carry all the way into turn number 1. So Tobolov keeps it flat out, and he goes down the Gardner Straight, and that is a hot lap of Phillip Island.
Listen to that V8 noise, unmolested power.
29.5, so not 29.6 rather, not the best lap from Tobolov. He will be hoping to get a bit more pace out of that Ferrari. But yeah, Tobolov so far, who should be one of the favorites for potential, as he's on his second flying lap. I was going to say he should be one of the favorites to get a good result here today. But he will definitely need to improve on that 29.6 to challenge anywhere near pole position. Raj has got on a 20.5, so at the moment, the drivers are just having their banker laps at the moment. So I wouldn't expect fireworks just yet, but I think they are coming very soon. And here we are with our newest race winner, Alex Dew. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of momentum he can carry. He got his, let's not forget, he also got his first pole position last weekend, guys.
He did too.
So Alex Dew will be hoping to go to back here as he will now head towards Siberia, I believe, or Lukey Heights rather. Alex Dew driving for Ferrari in that Italian scheme. Oh yeah, the Ferrari, as much as I don't like Ferrari, the 458 looks incredible from cockpit cam, so he brings it down into the hairpin. And like I said, turn 11 is going to be the most important corner to carry that run onto the Gardner Straight to see what sort of line he can carry and what sort of speed he can carry on the exit.
Alex winding up here through Swan Corner on towards the front straight. Will he be able to challenge the rest of the Ferraris, likes of Tobe and Raj come to mind? Going down this long straight here where slipstream is certainly going to be a big part of today's racing. He'll go fastest at 129.464, so the Italian going back on where he left off from round 3. Provisional pole.
Yeah, 29.4. Like I said, it's going to be a matter of just putting up the best lap, not the server best lap. Oh, as I say that.
128.9 by Raj.
Oh my god. My comment is like milk. Raj has put his authority down on the field. Wow. Raj with a 28.9. That's incredible pace from the Indian driver. Raj doesn't race consistently with us anymore, but when he does race, he always has good pace. And once again, with 4 minutes to go, he's on provisional pole at Phillip Island, which is probably the closest home race he's had. Not gonna lie.
Yep, but
he does live in New Zealand, so
yeah. So Raj already 3.5 tenths above his next fastest driver in NAF, and the Ferrari seem to be the dominant force here at the moment. As Scooter was third fastest on 129.3.
The Ferrari is going to be the Ferrari is going to be a tough car to beat.
Can you
the
quickly
Ferrari.
remind us if the Ferrari has any ballast at this race?
No, it
It does
doesn't.
not, no.
I discussed this with the steward team earlier in the week, and no one really got back to me. So the Ferrari doesn't have any ballast, and at the moment, the Ferrari looks to be in a class of its own. But Scooby doing an incredible job, honestly, in third place in that M3 to split up some of the Ferraris. But yeah, Scooby's driving the wheels off that M3 for sure to keep that car in contention. But so far, it looks like a Ferrari party here at Phillip Island. And it makes sense with the long straights and the fast corners and not having as many hard braking zones where ABS may play a factor. It is no surprise to see why the Ferrari is the quickest car this weekend.
Roger
What's
goes
setting up flying lap
11.
there?
The sole
Yeah, the Mercedes.
Mercedes-Benz driver.
Yeah, the Mercedes is going to be a handful to drive this weekend, in my opinion, from testing as well.
Not the sole driver, he's got like one for the company. Sitting in
Yeah,
10.
no, what I'm saying is the Mercedes will be a handful to drive.
Not if
the-
your name is Hydro.
Yeah, but when I say that, but Hydro himself was significantly off the best time he set in the 458 in the SLS, so yeah. Let's go on board with Slushy Cat, shall we? In 7th place at the moment. She will be hoping to find a bit more
that's
pace
Shomai.
as Shomai. So here is Slushy as she opens up her lap, I believe, as she goes into do and corner. So Slushy was one of the ones who was provisionally one of the provisional favorites to take pole position today. So yeah, she needs to definitely find a bit more time in that car as she absolutely uses every inch of that track and some more as she will now head towards the Miller corner. Like I said, the corner tightens up a lot on the entry, so it's up to the
That's
driver
far
to manage
for the
that.
first sector.
What is the lap time? The first sector?
29.7, that's her fastest so far. So she's faster
29.
than Alex in the first sector already.
29.7. So Flushy will now head towards the end of the second sector as she goes through 7 and 8 and then towards Lukey Heights. She's gonna get, I would like to say, one more lap, potentially two, depending on how many more laps of fuel she has on board the car. Slushy is someone who I've noticed likes to keep a very tight line at the top of Lukey Heights, so she does that once again as she heads into the hairpin. And then she will line up turn 11 and try and make sure she can get the best possible exit. Nap has gone to within a tenth of pole position while we've been on board with Slushy. So these laps coming in now will very much be some of the final few laps. So Slushy Cat, one of the provisional pole position favorites earlier in the weekend, will now start 4 tenths up on her previous time. That's going to put her into the second row, and it does
at the moment.
2.5 tenths to find. Can she find 2.5 tenths? This is going to be her last qualifying lap. She is pushing. She does have fuel. And let's see what happens. So Slushy, let's go on board now with Naf, shall we? Let's not forget, Naf is a he's going to be expected to come out of this weekend with a championship lead with Ballista being out. So Naf in the Z4. Yeah, Raj is improving on his time, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Naf will now cross the line. Is he going to improve and potentially get pole position? No, he's not. He's going to stay second fastest. Let's go back on board with Raj, shall we? As he is setting the pace in sector 1. Here he is. Raj, the Indian driver, will now head towards Lukey Heights. He seems to be a 10.5 up. This is an incredible lap if he can hold it together. This may even trouble Hydra's best servo lap in the 458 as he goes into the hairpin. And so far so good. What does the Delta say? He's still a 10th up. He's going to try and keep it nice and tidy. And he will round it off. Naf is going purple as well. This
so is Slushy. In purple sector 2.
Oh my god, it's going to be so close. Raj is going to need this lap, I think, because these guys behind him are finding incredible pace. Raj will improve on his lap time. He will go 10 faster into 28.8, I believe. Yes.
Oh,
now,
wow.
Let's go on board with Naf or Slushy, whoever's next to cross the line. There comes Slushy. Is it going to be pole position?
Not quite.
It's second place.
28.9. Great attempt. But here we go, Naf. He will try to do the best job he can for the BMW team. Naf will round it off the final corner.
He's on the grass.
Yeah, and yeah, the BMW was always going to be a bit of a handful to drive. And Naf, I think he'll be reasonably happy with that third place, not going to lie, considering his championship position today. But wow, Raj on pole position. How about that?
I think he's still looking to improve, but it is still overtime. We don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know if this lap will count for Raj, so he is trying to improve on his lap time. Let's go on board with the helmet cam to get a good view of his dashboard to see if he is improving. Yes, it's so close to his own lap. He is putting in some consistently fast laps here as he goes towards the hairpin, and once again towards turn 11. He's a 10th up. He's a 10th up if he can hold it together.
No, it's not. He's losing it.
He's got about half a 10th up, so he's still improving on his time. Will this lap time count, I wonder? This may dip into the 28.7s, not quite. He's going to improve ever so slightly. I believe that the lap time does count, and it does.
It does count. 128. Yeah. Very nice. He's still
personal
not done with that.
there.
Great lap.
What an amazing drive from him.
Incredible job. So Raj on pole position. Slushy Cat. Didn't Slushy get second place last week? Oh, she might have got third. So that might be the first ever front row start for Slushy Cat, and she'll be hoping to get a good start and potentially make a move into turn number 1. Naf in third place. Alex Dew, last week's pole position pole position driver in 4th. Scooby in 5th. Tobolov in 6th. Rohei with a bit of a disappointing outing in 7th. Couldn't quite hook a lap together. Sioman, I believe is how his name is pronounced, the new driver in 8th place. Great to see him in the top 10. G, struggling for pace a bit this weekend. I think he's in the 30s. G in 9th, and Raf rounding out the top 10. Then we got Lakeman, is the first of the 2 Mercedes drivers, with Rogers just under a 10th behind him. Felix in 13, and then we've got Buzzer, I would like to say 14th. Is that? And then Nico in 15th, and Josh Mitchell apparently 17 seconds off the pace. So, if it were up to me, it actually is. I would probably not let him start the race because he's not within the 107% of the time, pole position time. But we don't talk about that.
I don't think that's written down anywhere though.
Yep. Maybe I should. That's the only way we can keep Josh Mitchell out of these races. Anyways, all jokes aside, the cars are lined up. That looks like an incredible sight, doesn't it? Look at all those cars. It's going to be Raj. That is a very good grid. And it's going to be Raj in the Ferrari, going to be heading towards turn 1. Like I said, this race is probably the closest race he has to a home race. So he's going to try to make his best impression, as good of an impression as he can. And Slushy will be off the front row with a minute and a half to go before the race. Guys, how are you guys feeling about your pre-race predictions now?
I still reckon Slushy can get it. She has the inside going to turn 1 and into turn 1 anyway. Turn 2 is going to be a bit tricky, but if she can get a good start, then I reckon she'll be able to give Raj a good battle here for the race win.
If G keeps it clean, he might get a good position out of this race.
Yeah, and absolutely. And yeah, who did I back for race win? I completely forgot. I can't remember anymore.
You said Naf.
I did as well. Well, you never know. He is starting 4th or 3rd, I believe. So, yeah.
As we wait for the cars to get ready, you'll probably start to hear some V8s revving away in a second.
Absolutely. So, it's our second visit to Australia in 3 weeks, I believe. Bit of a shame that Garlic is not racing this weekend, but we have him in the commentary booth.
That's actually horrible when it comes to logistics, if you ask me.
Absolutely. And I absolutely cannot wait for the race this week, today. So here we go. The lights are gonna start to go off very shortly, as the V8s, as Garlic mentioned, will start revving. The 6 red lights will shortly start to illuminate, and as the lights go out, the Phillip Island Grand Prix in season 5 is go. And it seems as though Raj has got a pretty good start, but it seems like Slushy as well has got a very good start, heading towards turn number 1. She will have the inside line. Nap has got to seem to have the jump on Alex Dew. Raj will have to try and hold it around the outside. It's 4 wide at the back.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, Slushy around the outside. Raj will have the inside going into the southern loop. And who's gonna... Oh my goodness, Raj barely hangs on to the lead. And Naf now starting to get involved in the battle for second place. So Naf getting his nose in.
The background, Brad's gone off.
Singaporean.
Oh, that's horrible luck. So it seems as though Slushy's lost the place to Naf there.
Oh, Slushy just went off there.
Oh,
no. Herself.
Oh, no.
The very back there. Unfortunate for the Thai driver, and what could have been as those suddenly turned.
Yeah. I don't know if she missed the braking zone or what happened, but yeah, there was a connection issue at first with the way she overshot the corner. That is very unfortunate. on the bright side, she should have a pretty good starting position now for the reverse grid
at
race.
that, bro.
As we see
Fighting for his
Rohe
life out there.
in round, and yeah, he is the Iron World Jamaican in 8th
Oh,
place.
behind!
There's contact at the back with Rogers. There's 3
Oh.
cars involved.
Someone spun. Yeah, I
There's
didn't
Link.
quite see who it was, but there was a turn somewhere. I don't. It was Rafi, I believe. Rafi got
Rafi.
light over the rest, spun.
Yeah.
Both cars got involved there.
Indeed. So as we reach the end of lap number 1, Raj maintains his pole position, and he's just about 0.3 of a second ahead of Naf. Naf's main objective today, like I said earlier in the server chat, is just to keep his nose clean. As long as he has 2 decent races, he will come out of here with a championship lead. And if he finishes where he is at the moment, he's going to close to within 8 points with the reverse grid race.
Slushy isn't finished
They're trying
just
to
yet.
round the outside of the Mercedes. Wow!
What a brave move from the Thai driver. Still sliding on the southern loop as
Going
well.
sideways.
Oh my goodness, that is an extreme piece of driving from Slushy Khan. What a move around the outside.
G as well,
Incredible
making the move
indeed.
on Scooby, but Scooby cuts back well.
Yes, Scooby cuts back well. MDM3G will try to hang his nose around on the inside gap, but no, Scooby just seems to have the line going into Siberia as they now head towards Lucky Heights from 7 and 8. So Scooby holds his position, and Alex Dew under pressure from Pablo, who seems to be finding a way past the Italian, and he has. And the Italian driver loses a position to the Norwegian as the Norwegian finds his way up into third. Once again, Pablo showing his incredible consistency.
Show me trying to go for the center. The Australian driver is going to put one on the bench here. In his first race here, the Filipino, not the Italian.
These new rookies are not shy, are they?
No.
Not. We saw Slushy and Alex Dew going absolutely hell for leather last weekend, and Simoy is making incredible moves here as he tries to mix it up with the big boys. As Raj says the fastest lap of the 29.8. That was predicted to be the race pace today in the 29s to 30s. So, yeah. And guys, Josh Mitchell is in the points.
Yeah, Josh Mitchell in 10th place. Look at that, holding really well.
He
and
is.
he's in 9th.
Oh, Rohe.
He got Rohe.
Rohe's down. Rohe's down.
No.
Rohe drops down to 11th down the points, but meanwhile, Josh is trying to harass Felix here. One Singaporean has already gone to the gravel here, and maybe 2, depending on how Josh makes this move.
I think Josh had set at 31, which is a pretty decent lap time considering he's still getting used to the track. So Josh seems to have pretty good pace here for someone who's not practiced well. So Josh Mitchell, yeah, looking good for some points this afternoon.
Home field advantage here for the Australian. He's going to be harassing Felix in just a second.
Yeah, as we've been saying that Slushy's obviously found a way past Rohe. So Slushy back in the 12th after that the lap 1 excursion she had. So Rohe now will try to do what Slushy's done so far, which is try and find a way past the driver in front of him. He should have the pace, especially in that Ferrari.
And right now, Rafi harassing Lakeman at the moment. Lakeman not getting the best of starts, and Rafi, of course, having that spin in lap 1, going through turn 10 now. He's harassing the Indonesian quite a bit here. Filipino against Indonesians is like we're all too familiar with. Of course, Miko and Scoop having quite the battles within the past. As well, Raj has another fast lap, 129.3, so he's really just romping away with this race already. But Rafi trying to wind up that Ferrari, trying to get the slipstream here on the Mercedes, maybe try and make something stick, going into Southern Loop. As he go on Rohe now, as Slushy trying to go around the outside.
Once again, is she?
Once again,
really momentarily 3 wide going into the Southern Loop here. Rohe is going to try and double overtake.
I was pushed out wide there.
Rohe getting a bit of contact here between Slushy, but Brad End's going to get taken by both Rohe and Slushy, the old and the new, getting on the rookie. But Rohe isn't going to put that line down, the little tap there. He's probably going to be seeing a little bit of red. Is going in towards the Miller corner here, and Slushy's given a lot of room here. Oh, and she's gone off!
Again?
Off into the pass.
Oh, she has.
She's outbreaking herself in the Honda corner. A bit too much there.
Turn 4 is not a popular hunting ground there for the Thai
hold
driver.
on for a sec as Josh sizes up a move on Miko.
No, Miko sized up a move on Josh, I believe.
Oh,
Miko.
Yeah. Miko's fighting back through here, and Josh is defending for his life to go through Lucky Heights down into turn 10. We cut back to the battle for P2 here.
Yeah, Topolov is putting up some good race pace here. He's harassing Nap. He's been chopping away at that gap about a 10th to 2 a lap, and now he's finding a way behind us at 4th, so it's going to be interesting to see how hard Naf fights this one.
Yeah. I reckon Naf is a bit of a born racer, so he's going to be trying to defend for every single point possible here. But Tob, of course, he has plenty of experience. He's able to get around other drivers quite quickly, quite effectively.
And he's got a clean driver as well. Doesn't run into many incidents whatsoever. So
well, seems to have a quick look at the previous laps as well. Naf had a 130 dead previous lap. Tob had a 129.7. And he's gone wide in turn 4 there, and Miller Corner is not a popular corner at the moment here as Naf goes purple in the first sector, but he's going to be losing a lot of time.
It's ever getting closer now.
up
through Siberia, and we go up the hill here, and there's just a tiny bit of a Norwegian nose towards the left-hand side of the Brunelli BMW drivers that go side by side through Hayshed, down through into
Luckley Heights.
Luckley Heights, that's the one. Don't get this track very well. But Naf probably going to have to go a little bit defensive. Really go for it. No, but Naf's gone very defensive here, and that's going to compromise his run. Going through turn 10 into turn 11 here, but here comes Alex. He's right behind the Norwegian driver. This battle for P2 is going to have 3 drivers involved.
Yep. So that was quite interesting. I think Naf had a bit of a moment going into the Miller corner, and that's what allowed Tobolov to really close in. Tobolov had a bit of a gap going into the inside towards Lucky Heights, but he chose to think better of it and yield that position and live to fight another day. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can find a way past the Brunei driver, who at the moment doesn't have any intention of letting him go.
Not at all. No.
Not at all. That is true.
Cars rolling through, and this battle for the podium positions is really starting to heat up a bit. I wonder if Alex is going to be wanting to get that podium
G's
position.
dropping down. What happened to G?
Oh,
G
and Scoop as
Scoop
well.
on the grass on the southern loop. Both made contact, and I think G has sustained a lot of damage on that contact. Look at him. He's struggling.
Yeah.
Both drivers sustained heavy damage there, and there may be a retirement for the first race of the both of them. They're not quite sure what happened, but I suspect both of them went side by side, just a little too close for comfort there.
So much for me saying having a clean race for G.
Yep, and G goes stumbling down the order, as does Scoop, but we go back towards the racing.
He kept it though! He's keeping it! Will
So
he
going
save it?
sideways
Oh, it
with
goes
the
down! No!
What the? Into the ground goes Tob, and
what an unfortunate incident for Tob.
What just happened?
And he'll rejoin the pack a lap down, I believe.
Yeah, what happened there?
He's gone through a gap in the ground there somehow, and the Norwegian driver has fallen prey to
He was
the
about to
quality
do a
80
very nice save as well.
It's going to be interesting to see at the end of the race what really happened after we check in with Tobolov, but that seemed like a very strange incident.
Brad is on the gravel as well in Swan Corner.
And the Singaporean again struggling with a lot of understeer in that car seems to be the case, because he's been on the gravel quite a couple times now. It's Rohay and Nico. Battles evolved here.
Roy is into 6th place. Remember, he had a bit of a moment earlier in the race. So
he goes on the grass.
He goes on the grass, and that's going to compromise.
Oh, Nico's going to be sliding.
He's sliding
and he's off. And Rohay's gone sliding off as well. What's happened to all the drivers? It seems that all the tyres are just overheating or something like that, because it just doesn't seem to be any grip.
Well, have they put like grease on the track? Because everyone seems to be slugged all of a sudden, apart from Raj, who is slugged like up front.
It can't be that they're overheating. Most of them are running mediums out there.
Mediums, and Phillip Island is not a very degrading track. It does not have as much thermal degradation.
That is true, yeah.
Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see why these tires are dropping off, or what is the reason behind so many drivers having incidents. Because in the last few laps, we've had at least 5 incidents.
Yeah, it's certainly strange. But meanwhile, this battle for P2 actually is getting really intense at the moment. Alex is right on the back of Naf. And the Italian's going to be trying to put a move here on the Brunei driver. He's probably going to have the slipstream and maybe just enough of grunt within that Ferrari to maybe make a move.
Naf struggling mid-corner.
Once again, it's a Ferrari versus BMW.
Yep, and you have to remember Naf has to keep it
Oh my god, there's overbanding.
Naf has to keep half a mind of the championship as Alex just to take some voice-over action to not get collected by the teleporting Brunelli here. But Alex doesn't really have to consider the championship too much
he's
here.
struggling.
He is fighting.
There's understeer present.
But you can
Race
maybe
to
make a
come.
bit more of an audacious move that Neff can afford at the moment. So I wonder if Neff may just be going at about 85, 90%, while Alex is going to be going for the full 100 here.
It's the same Kindred Garlic that a few laps ago said he's a born racer and he'll fight for everything. Nice.
Yes.
Nice way to contradict yourself, eh? I'm joking. Yeah. Oh, Nat once again. Nat is really struggling mid-corner, guys. He seems to have moments every time mid-corner that allows the Ferrari to catch up even more. Let's not forget the Ferrari is at its strongest in the mid-corner. So Alex will try to line it up going into Lucky Heights into the hairpin, but he does not seem to be close enough at the moment to potentially size up a move. Or he might. He's thinking about it. But now he is.
He's sizing up.
Into turn
he's
10.
near.
Yeah, but he's gonna set him up perfectly going into turn number 1 if he can get a good exit. So now,
He's
Oh,
on
he's
the
on
grass.
fast there.
That's a
Yeah.
compromise.
He's on-
Italian.
yeah, I'm gonna carve too much there. Yeah, that's gonna hurt him. So,
Look at the
Yeah.
understeer on that Z4 though.
and our rookie Seoman is doing a great job in 4th place, keeping his nose clean and collecting a good amount of championship points. At the
Yeah,
moment.
Shomi and Wrath are actually doing pretty well for themselves and able to
Brad
capitalize.
is
But
in the points as well, and he's closing in on Josh Mitchell. Let's go on board with Brad, shall we? While the battle between Alex and Naf has seemed to distance out a bit, Brad M is closing in on Josh Mitchell, the rookie, as Raj at the moment. Raj is dropping down.
Barge in the grass.
Oh no!
I don't know
What
what's
is
happened
going
there.
on? What is going on? And all of a sudden,
Naf is in the lead.
Remember what I said pre-race, guys?
Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Rafi is now fighting against the Singaporean driver, the Felix, and you can just see in the background Miko as well, so the battle for P6 may start to heat up just a little bit at the moment.
If there was ever a definition of a race like Drive to Survive, this would be the race at the moment. Because it seems as though no one can keep their nose clean. But anyways, let's go back on board with Brad M as we goes to see what happened
Felix.
to
Oh
Raj.
my god, here we go with Miko.
No.
Just on the grass
Oh.
there. That's
Let's go on board with Brad. As this gap starts to spread out a bit, he is going to size up and move on. Josh Mitchell here, whole 9th place. Yeah, as we know, every point at the moment is important for Josh Mitchell considering what's at stake. So, Brad M looking to put one up on apparently the most popular driver in Artito racing.
Borderly.
Body. So yeah, Brad seems to have he seems to can get within half a second of Josh Mitchell, but then Josh seems to have enough of an advantage for Brad to potentially get affected by dirty air or whatever, but Brad just cannot seem to get the gap under 0.5 of a second at the moment.
Singaporean driver struggling just to get within the ideal zone, I think probably the best way to describe
Slushy
it.
is lining up above on Rogers, so let's go on board with Slushy in 13th place at the moment, as she is right on the tail of Rogers. So you're going to go for a move around the outside
Oh,
again.
she likes this spot here. She's going to go into turn 2
Yeah.
through into the southern loop. Is going to be last late breakers. Doesn't seem to be the case with Josh.
Brad.
Looking around the right hand side. She's
Brad.
going to the grass again.
And Josh is at the moment as well.
Yeah, Josh has gone into the grass as well, I believe.
What is going on, guys?
Southern Loop
Josh,
isn't proving any good to the drivers this day.
No, not at all. It doesn't seem to have the lateral grip within the cars to be able to keep it stuck.
Wow, so
Oh my
this
god.
is really new when it comes to the race. I think they're battling each other out just a bit too much that they're overheating tires. That's my theory right there.
It's possibly the case, but this is entirely new here. I think almost every driver has had a moment, besides maybe Alex and Naf. And they're the two leading cars at the moment.
Oh, so Alex Ju might have another potential win out here with only
Yeah. Can he go back to back, I wonder?
yeah.
It's entirely possible the gap here is sitting in just about a second.
Oh, jeez.
Alex was slightly
Yeah.
faster than Naf in the previous lap, 130.3 and 130.2. But
It seems as though it's a very common trend where guys can follow each other and get to within half a second, but then the half a second after that seems to be the tough point for everyone. They can't seem to. Oh, it's
Oh,
Alex.
look at that!
Oh,
Look at
Alex.
that! That is true indeed.
Naf is the only one that's keeping it clean at the moment. Oh god,
Yeah.
I've just
I
realized what
believe
I've
there's
done.
it's like dirty air that's killing them out there.
It's
Yeah, but
possible,
dirty
yeah.
air. Yeah, but dirty air should not be a factor in GT cars.
Yeah,
So
but the
that
thing
is
is,
very
I think it's
strange.
the track that's making it seem difficult whenever
Potentially,
you're.
it is. Potentially, it is a faster track. So the faster you go, the more the more aerodynamic the car gets, and the more dirty air it produces. But having said that, GT cars generally
Josh
race quite well
Mitchell
here.
just went down to 14th place at the moment.
So Josh is having a
He's
mare
really
race.
struggling out there now.
Yeah.
Look.
What is he doing? He is not having a good race whatsoever. So
Meanwhile, Rohe and Shoma
Rohe.
here are having a good battle.
indeed they are, and this
Okay,
is for
sure.
fourth
Onto the last
place.
corner,
I
just a
Done.
bit of grass on the exit there.
Yep.
That should be fine, I believe. Yep.
Rohe now trying to go side by side here with Shomi, not quite having the legs in that Ferrari, so he's going to tuck back into the slipstream as we go down the Gardner Straight into turn 1, just through this long right-hander. And the cars are really pushed for grip here at the moment.
Nico disconnected out of the server.
Yeah, so Mika's
Yep.
retired. Unfortunate for the Filipino there. Oh,
As
the
Alex
Jamaican
is
is
really
right
closing the
behind
gap
him.
now. Alex is really closing the gap, but let's stay on board with this Rohe and Samoy battle for now. Because it seems
Goes
as though
through his
Rohe's
corner,
trying to
and it seems that the Showmine's giving him just enough room, but
Into
only
Miller.
just going into
mounted
Miller
the
here.
curbs.
Down to the curb, a little bit squirrely from the
Nice
Jamaican, but he's going to go round the
right
outside,
outside, maybe.
Oh, he's gonna get forced up there.
and he's going to go
surely.
side by
Oh,
side here. And there's a little bit of a squeeze back from the Jamaican
Wow.
there, saying,
Goodness
"You're going to do it to
me.
me, I'll do it to you."
Well, we
And
don't
he'll go
call
in
him the
fourth.
Ironville Jamaican for nothing.
Not at all,
Great.
and an absolute textbook move there from Rohe. Another display of his incredible driving ability. But I don't think Shomi is going to be taking that line down. He's going into Lucky High side, quite a bit of an audacious send. Just a bit of a sneak there from the BMW driver. As Alex has gone
what
tumbling down.
happened? Alex
Alex
crashed.
is the pass.
We're running. What is going on?
And that's released Naf into the wilderness. He's got
The Rohe in second place.
Wow.
Some of Rohe's made it to second place, and Shomi might be looking at a third here, depending on what's happening, because the battle has now gone from 4th and 5th to 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Shomi going to go full left hand side.
Oh, they made
Little
contact
contact on the straight. And Alex goes tumbling through into turn 1.
Oh no,
That's gonna be a hot debate later on.
Oh, Alex trying to do with a rally cross, but I don't think
He's keeping
that
it
will
straight.
work. But he's got it straight. Fair play to
Heavy
him.
damage though.
Yeah, that car has seen better days, certainly. Streaming
And
into P3 and a
the
controversial
Mai-
P3 there.
Oh, so how do you pronounce his name again? Shomai?
Shomai.
Shomai, in his debut race, is in the podium. Is on the
Exactly.
podium rather.
And I'm
he's trying to
happy
go-
to see a Filipino out there on the podium.
Yeah, and Naf, this is absolutely the dream scenario for Naf at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
no pressure
exactly.
behind
No
him.
pressure. 13 seconds up in the lead.
His championship rival as well, as the timing leaderboard seemed to have a bit of a glitch there. Yeah, and his main championship rival is not racing at the moment.
Yeah, but he is indeed watching on the live stream as well.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if this is a case of Nicky Lauda and James Trump from 1976, where Ballista watching Naf and getting this race win is going to try to motivate him to come back faster. We send our best wishes to Ballista, but right now Naf
Speedy recoveries to him as well.
he is absolutely capitalizing on the opportunity
The
given
bump
to
in the
him.
pits. sorry.
Roger, yeah.
Roger,
I
sorry.
don't know I have no idea what's going on this race, guys. This has been, honestly, I can't remember a race this wild for the wrong reasons in a long time.
That is true, but Alex Yu,
Right.
with heavy damage, is still pushing on.
Who did Alex come together with? Samai or Raj?
I think it was Raj.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to obviously.
Really?
Yeah, I could have sworn it was Shomai as well. We'll have a look at that post race. So, as Rogers went into the pit lane, that promotes Slushy into the points, and G is also back into the points. So great to see. Brad as well, our new driver, is in 7th place, and he's going to be scoring a good chunk of points. So the rookies, Brad M and Shomai, getting a good chunk of points as things stand at the moment. But I will not count out anything until the checkered flag drops. So everyone is Alex.
Alex loses it. I think it's from the damage.
Yeah,
it's not
a lot of damage on
repair.
that. Yeah.
He's still within the points, so to be fair, so it probably is faster for him just to stay out in the meantime. So they've got Slushy kept behind him. The next driver is Lake Bun, who's way behind there. So I think it is still faster for the Italian just to stay out for the meantime. The last thing he should do now is box, because if he boxes, he loses all the time from not boxing beforehand.
And he can still potentially get a point or two, depending on how his battle with Slushy goes. So once again, it's going to be Alex, Gio, and Slushy, but this time it's going to be for 9th place and not for the win.
Yep.
Rafi as well in 5th place. Wow.
Yeah, Rafi.
Another Filipino who's doing good.
Kenjek sounds like a proud dad this afternoon.
Anything for my fellow countrymen.
You could just see the slip angle of that yellow Ferrari there as it goes through the first corner. Really dancing with that car at the moment, trying to eke out as much time as possible. And he's starting to rein in Raj a bit, actually.
For all the talk about Ferrari having the fastest car this season, I've just realized that the top 2 drivers in the championship are running the Z4.
Yep.
Top 2?
And top 2 drivers in the championship.
Raf is using the Z4 and Rohe at the moment is running Ferrari. Shoma is in...
I meant top 2 in the championship, Ballista and...
sorry.
Nah, yeah, no, you're fine. So, yeah, the rookies are set to... Oh, Shomaida having a bit of a moment there. If I were him, I'd just calm it down. He's trying to potentially catch up to Rohe, but there's a podium on the offer here. Shomai, so... There's not much of a difference between 2nd and 3rd place. Obviously he's a bonus.
Oh, side by side, and there's more contact.
And once again,
Brad and Alex, you again.
But Brad stopped dead still to give back the position.
Yeah, but it seems as though Alex once again has gone around the front end of another car for the second time in about 3 or 4 laps.
Very sad news for the Italian driver there.
Yeah, Brad
at the moment still in the points.
So he's redressed the position there, so I doubt there'll be a penalty.
No, I don't. There will not be a penalty for that. So
goodness me, and Slushy is in 8th place now.
Yeah, Slushy's done well to. Slushy's had at least 3 or 4 moments this race. So if you told Slushy after her last instance, she'll get 4 points out of this, I'm pretty sure she would have opened her arms and welcomed it. And
she's gonna be Radem though once again with Alex Ju. And Lake is at the back having a third party. Might be a double overtake now. Once again, contact! Trouble seems to be in this, guys.
And it seems as though there was a bit of unresolved issues there. It definitely seemed like a bit of argy-bargy going down the main straight. And I will definitely be having a look at that post-race because definitely seemed to be a bit of nervous tension from the incident before.
They're killing each other out there.
Yeah, Brad drops down to 12th position there. Not entirely sure what's happened with Alex, who's gotten involved now with 3 incidences that almost seem entirely identical.
That exactly is true. Once again on the main straight.
As Matt starts his final lap.
That's Alex. That's Alex having problems on the main straight twice already.
And so here is Naf, the Brunei driver, keeping his nose clean. When everybody else seems to have faltered this afternoon, he has put together a stunning drive. And sometimes it's not about being the fastest driver. Sometimes it's just about being consistent and keeping your nose clean. At the moment, Naf seems to be doing that as he brings it into Miller Corner. Naf has not had the raw pace this weekend, guys. But like I said, on the top of the show, in these races, it's often just keeping your nose clean. And look at that. He is 13 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor at the moment. As Naf will go towards Lucky Heights for, not the last time, we do have a reverse grid race, but for the final time in this race, as Ballista watches from his house and probably wonders what may have been, will this be a very decisive day in this championship fight come the end of the season? Because with this victory, Naf is going to move to within 1 point of the championship lead with the reverse grid race yet to come. A stunning drive from Naf. He was not the favorite going into this race, but he's going to walk away with 25 points and potentially leading the championship come the end of the next race. And Naf is going to win the first race here at Phillip Island. What a drive.
What a strange win, as to be said. I believe Naf was the only driver that didn't get involved in some sort of incident this race. And
Now yes.
quite literally,
Now
a victory of attrition for the Benet driver, but a victory nonetheless. Rohe will take second, somehow,
Right.
and Shiomai will take third in
race.
debut. Vaj will scavenge fourth, just about, then the fastest lap towards the end. Baffy in P5, followed by Felix in P6. He comes across the through turn at the moment. All the drivers are having a bit of contact involved, but Felix coming just across the line in P6. He seems to be pretty content with that. Followed by G in P7. And Slushy Cat will be certainly thinking what would have been in P8.
Not bad for Lakebun as well, P9 on that Mercedes.
Lakebun will score points, and I think actually progresses from his position in qualifying.
He does?
Is Tobel gonna get any points here?
No, I don't think so.
In 1 point.
No, sorry, I think it's in 11th. Finishes in 11th.
No, not in the server.
Really?
He's finishing 10th.
Okay, so we at least he scored just a point there. But what can we take away from that first race? There's a lot of contacts involved. There's a lot of accidents, incidents as well, and certainly it winded up the other drivers as well.
That was strange. As the drivers deliberate over the race and the chaos that was, the results for race 1, Nav in P1, followed by Rohe in P2. Shomai in third.
Sorry, go on.
Shomai in third, then Raj in fourth, followed by Rafi, Felix, G, Slushy Cat, Lakebun, and Tobe round out the top 10. Then we have Brad in P11 on debut, Alex in 12th, Scoob in 13th, Rogers in 14th, and then the non-finishers of Miko and Josh Mitchell in 15th and 16th respectively.
Look at the elevation change on the main straight.
I was going to ask, there's a 5-minute gap, right? Between, so I can probably go and grab something. So I'll be right back.
Fair enough. But, yeah, what an incredible race, has to be said. That was just...
There's a lot to talk about, yeah. Certainly a lot to talk about.
Yeah, a lot to talk about, yet I can't quite find the words. There's so much happened.
Well, what about that for a first race?
Yeah, that was just...
What will we see on the reverse grid?
Unsure, honestly, but
yeah, I just can't believe they're killing each other out there.
Yeah, seriously. Seems as though there was a combination of maybe getting on the grass a little bit, and then the lack of grip from the tires afterwards. Just not quite able to scrub off the dirt that built up on the tires, and as a result, you just shot off into the ether.
Well, nonetheless, the live chat has said it is an exciting race, and Azza, the Bruneian as well, is having a very, very nice evening, having Naf take the win in the first race.
Yep, the Brunei driver being able to fly the flag for his relatively small nation, but a proud nation nonetheless. And as Sane said, within 1 point of the championship.
And congratulations to Rohe as well for finishing in second after a long time without the drive.
Yep. So now we go on to the second race, and Vultures is in P1, followed by Scoob in second, Alex in third, so it's a prime position for him to maybe snag a win after what could have been going into the first race. P4 is Brad, the Singaporean driver, followed by Toblob in fifth, Late Bunnis in sixth, and Slushy Cat in seventh. G sits in 8th position, with Felix and Rafi rounding up the top 10. Then Vaj in 11th, followed by Shomi in 12th. Rohe is in 13th. Naf is in 14th, and then Josh Mitchell is in 15th, and Miko has elected to not start the race.
When was the last time we had neither a 458 or a Z4 front row whatsoever? That's a strange sight, to say the least.
It is a little strange, yeah.
So Rogers
So
will
Rog-
be starting out the race in front.
Yes. Who's in third place?
That is
Alex
Alex.
Ju.
Okay, and fourth? Slushy? No, Slushy finished 8th. So who's fourth then? G maybe?
Brad M.
Brad M. Okay. Oh, Alex and Brad going into turn 1 is going to be fun to watch after their shenanigans in the previous race.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
Well,
here
hold
we
your
go
breath.
then, guys. Oh yeah. Hold your breath.
There's a stray M4 at the back.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's me.
well,
Is that you?
Garlic? Garlic, if
Yeah.
I were you, I'd do the commentary and race at the same time. Honestly, with the way race 1 went, I can see you winning the race on the MP4. Anyways, all jokes aside, the 6 red lights will now start to go off, and the reverse grid race is going to get underway very shortly as the lights start to go on now. Roger on pole position for the reverse grid race, with Scooby right alongside him. And it's go for the reverse grid race here at Phillip Island. Seems as though Tomilov's got a very good start going into turn number 1, but Roger will use that Mercedes straight line speed and
Oh, this is gonna
acceleration
be
to hold the lead going
already.
into turn number 1. But they're going to look.
Tobin
there's
and Alex are
already.
Oh
contact
my
ready.
goodness me!
And Tomolo finds a way past into turn number 1. They keep it clean through the turn number 1 as they go towards Southern Loop. And
once again pushed out on the Southern Loop.
Scoops off and Felix is around, I believe.
Oh my
There's
goodness
big contact
me.
in the back.
There's a lot.
And,
There's a lot.
show me. There's a lot going on at the moment.
Shomi involved, Naf involved as well. He drops down the order.
Wow.
Here comes the shenanigans once again. There's contact between G and
Restart
Cat.
word. Restart word.
So we're electing for the restart to happen. We will see the code on this.
We will see. This is a new rule that begun today, and it seems as if drivers have wasted no time exploiting it. But it's going to be interesting to see what's happened at 70.
We have a 70, so
we will restart the race. There we go.
okay.
All
So
right.
we had
Everyone's-
the first restart of the new rules. So
Yeah. Wow. I can't remember a race this chaotic in a long time. This is crazy, to say the least.
absolutely.
Ken Jake, this is going to be your last race you will broadcast before going to Manila, and let me tell you, this is going to be a race we will remember for a long time.
Hopefully it will.
Yeah.
No, I still can't take away Daytona. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that was quite something. That was quite something, and I don't know if we covered that to the viewers, did we? Us three at Daytona last weekend, so we worked quite well together.
Who
that
knew
weekend
that
together
the commentary team would be a good race team?
Yeah, right. and our commentator Kendrick Garlic won that race, so he did very well and Kendrick as well did very well to represent Artito in the community race. So great showing for them. As 50 seconds left before the lights go out again.
Should have told them
Hopefully
about the what I took away from that race, the title that I attained.
Absolutely. So if you guys can see, Kendrick is now called the Philippines Minister of Defense. So I assume if there's another Third World War and Philippines is at the forefront, we know who they will call.
We'll send
Anyways, absolutely. So the cars have been lined up on the Gardner Straight. Hopefully for the second time of asking, these drivers can get along much more cordially going into turn number 1. So Rogers once again will be on pole position with Scooby alongside him as the 6 red lights will start to go off very shortly. As the lights start to go off now, and as the lights go out, the Phillip Island Grand Prix is go once again. Brand Empty have got a very good start.
Has a good start as well.
Yeah, and they will file towards turn 1 there. Josh seems to have a very good start from the back there as well.
From the guys in front. This is
not
not
gonna go
going
well.
well.
Oh god, here we go. Hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Scooby this time, I'm asking, has done a much better job there going into turn number 2. Scooby finds his way up into second place.
And Alex Ewan Bradham moves out of the track. Runs wide.
Watch the rejoin. Watch the
Better
rejoin.
than last time, at least.
Yeah, better than last time. All the drivers seem to have gone away better at the second time of asking. Scooby will try to line up a move into
Sizing up around the outside with that M3. Look at that, the confidence of this guy.
Yeah, Rogers is a hard racer. He's going to run him up wide there. But Scooby will have the inside of the M3, and Scooby will take the lead.
Phillip as well, hounding and harassing now.
And Slushy Cat's in 4th place, so she seems to have a very good start there as well. Phillip as well getting a good start. So Scooby now heads the field, going into Lucky Heights for the first time in the reverse grid race. Rogers is not done yet though.
Yeah, that Mercedes on that straight. Wow.
Potentially thinking about a move. Oh my goodness me.
Not quite. Rogers looks like he's outbroken himself there, and it seems as much that as Shomai is well collected, and all the drivers grounding around turn 11 in towards turn 12 here. You're going to see a sight and a half in a second as 15 GT3 cars go nose to tail down the main straight into lap 2 here. We've got Scoob coming across the line right now. Then we got Rogers, Turbolope, Slushy Cat, Lake Bun, followed by Rafi, G, Felix, Naf, Josh, Raj, Alex, Rohei, Shomai, and Brad.
Yeah, so Naf currently in 9th place, our race winner from the previous race, so he will try to make up as many points as he can, but Rogers is falling off. Rogers is forming up.
Oh, you can see Rafi in the background, just got on the grass.
Rafi's had a bit of a moment there, but Rogers is forming up a train of cars, and if I was Naf, I would be loving this side. You know Rogers is going to... Oh, you know Rogers is going to put...
Go around the outside, he's going to try it, it's not going to work. No, it looks like Slushy Cat's going to try and capitalize it. Someone got off there in the background, not quite sure who that was. It looks like an M3, Z4, sorry. Might have been Naf actually, Naf making his way up.
Look at that, the way Rogers is defending from top. It really reminds me of that one MX-5 race.
And this is great news for Scooby at the moment.
Yep, he's loving life at the moment. You can see in the background there's a Z4 there, Felix making a move on Naf.
Oh my goodness me, there's contact!
Oh dear.
And it seems as though Rogers broke a little too early than what the other drivers were expecting. Slushy Cat and Toe both colliding with the Swiss driver. Slushy Cat comes the better off of it, but Toe ends up worse for wear. He'll drop down to 5th, and Rogers drops down to 4th.
That will probably be looked at after the race. Very interesting to see what happened there. So Slushy now into 2nd place, chasing her first win.
Running away in this race is Scooby. 2-second gap already in lap 3.
29.7, and I believe that's very good race pace from what we saw earlier. So Scooby in a very good position, but Slushy seems to have the pace over Scooby this weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can.
Alex is in the pits.
Alex is retired. He's had a tour and fair this race, and I don't think he's wanting to race. Yep, he's done.
Yeah, he is done indeed.
What a difference a week makes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to an extent I can't blame him, because this has been an absolute cluster.
It seems like Lady Luck isn't on his side today.
This seems to be this race. These two races remind me a lot of the Daytona race we did as a one-off with the NASCAR cars. This honestly has been. It's like Baku in 2017, I believe, where almost everybody seems to be having incidents at the moment. So
yeah. I don't think this drives. I reckon the track has made a lot of this, because you just don't see every single driver bar one having a major incident.
It's going to be interesting to get the drivers' feedback after the race to see what they were feeling in the car, which has prompted all these incidents, that's for sure.
Anyway, here we go once again with Phillip and Rogers going now to the main straight. Seems close though, slipstream is in effect, and will he make the move down the inside of the first corner? Oh, certainly not. Rogers closes the door there.
I'm a bit busy with DMs, so you guys take away commentary for a bit, thanks.
No worries. You can see Toe trying to gain on the Swiss driver at the moment. This battle for P3 is starting to progress quite nicely now. I'm not sure why it's saying Rogers in 4th, it's not quite correct. You see Rogers getting a little bit wrong through Melancholy here, and Toe's being ever closer to the Swiss driver, gaining very, very progressively. Going into Siberia now and again, Rogers going quite wide.
Again.
And seems as though Rogers is struggling a lot for the grip in that Mercedes, while Toe seems to have the front end quite hooked up nicely. Going through this fast section through Hayshed now. In towards Lukey Heights.
He's losing it on every corner.
Yeah, Rogers seems to be struggling quite badly. He's going to have to go defensive going into turn 10 here. Is Toe going to try and put one around the outside here? He's thinking about it. He's going to try and go for the move here. Doesn't quite stick. And he's going to go
now.
Inside, goes side by side through turn 11 into turn 12 here. You can just see Naf in the background. He's made up an incredible gap here. And it's got ready. And it pushes Rogers out into the grass, into the gravel. Off he goes. And Tobe is going to lose speed here. And Naf's going to try to do 2 for 1 here. Rogers rejoining on the track here. Seems that everyone has been able to avoid him, at least for the most part. So that seems to be okay. Going side by side into turn 1 through the garden straight. Hold keep in, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Brunei versus the Norwegian driver. And now just got around the outside there on the Norwegian driver up into P2, P3, sorry.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
That's certainly another discussion to be had after the race.
Yep.
So you guys might be busy after this race then.
Phillip Island
we will
blowing
be.
up controversy after controversy.
Definitely, and there's going to be a lot. I've already got one unhappy driver in my DM, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be the last one.
Oh my god.
I do not blame him at all. This track has not exactly been prime for driving, I'll be honest.
Yeah, this is the complete opposite of Zandvoort. Zandvoort was just intense racing, but good racing. This has been
stressful for the drivers.
Great,
just
to say the least.
Yeah, as Brad goes on,
once again goes wide.
Inexplicably so. It seemed to though like he'd have the grip under every other normal situation, but just out there he just did not have the grip in the car that he wanted. He all dropped down.
Well, to be fair, this isn't one of the tracks meant to be raced with cars.
True, but it is still pain, to be fair.
It's a GT track. GT cars race here regularly, so yeah.
Odd. Meanwhile, the Sochi gets his last lap of 129.445 for this race here. Phillip's going to try and put one on Josh Mitchell here. Maybe going through, doing corner on towards the southern loop into turn 2. Will Singapore and have a look down the inside of the challenge. He thinks about it for just a second there.
About it still.
Josh going sideways, and it seems like Phillip's going to try and capitalize on the position here. Josh getting a torrid affair through that corner as we go down through in towards Stoner Corner. And now there's a bit of a train falling behind the Australian driver on Australian soil, going in towards Miller Corner. He's going to have a look at it.
Sending it in Honda Corner.
An absolute send there from the Singaporean driver, and he's really got it quite done. I think he has too. Josh had to back out of it there, otherwise he was going to collide with the Singaporean driver. And an amazing move there from Felix.
What an amazing move from the Singaporean driver. Felix is the name.
And you can just see the train now starting to form behind the Singaporean driver. Try to pull a little bit of a gap here and just leave Josh to his own demise about the traffic right behind him. He's got Rogers, he's got Raj, and he's got Rafi as well, just in the background.
Raj there is hounding and harassing Rogers.
Raj trying to look around the outside here into turn 10, and it seems as though he's going to be able to maybe sneak a little bit of contact there. Raj maybe getting a little bit opportunistic. He's going to drop down time and position on Rafi. He's going to be able to pick up the slipstream and the straight line speed and go down through turn 12 onto the main straight. Is Naf fast lap of the race, 129.443.
Third.
Exactly.
Yep.
Wow. Naf will take the championship lead at the end of this race as things stand by a considerable margin. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Raj at the moment trying to recollect himself here, trying to get those tires back to cool. You can just see Rafi trying to maybe size up because Josh has gone tumbling down the audio.
Yeah. What happened there?
I don't know. He seems to have got robbed the southern loop, which is another part of the track that doesn't seem to be very favourable with drivers, unfortunately. But back to the racing here, it seems as though Rafi is going to try and put one on Rogers here for this P8. Rogers still struggling quite considerably in that Mercedes, not quite having the turn in that maybe he's expecting within the car. And again, into the apex. The Filipinos going to say, thank you very much, mate, I'll take that. Going side by side here through turn 7, but it seems like he's got the overlap on the Swiss driver just about. But Rogers isn't going to take the line down. He's experienced driver
between them now. Rogers
is going to try and send it, but Rafi's giving just enough room there on the Swiss driver to go round the outside in towards Lukey Heights here, down into turn 10. And it seems as though the Filipino driver will take that position.
Wow. Blessed by the presence of the original server owner himself.
No comment.
Hey guys.
Hey,
There it
Ray.
is. There we are. We are currently blessed now by the presence.
Yes. Great. I don't know if you watched the races so far, but it has been crazy to say the least.
Ooh, Rogers and still backing down from Rogers. He's still there. And
Oh,
Rogers
Rogers.
goes wide onto the grass now on the southern loop.
Watch the
The
rejoin.
rejoin. Oh, there goes what you said about the rejoin. We collected Brad M in the process.
Oh my goodness. And Slushy's in the
Almost
lead,
there.
guys.
Yeah,
Guys.
Scoot. I don't know what's happened to Scoot there, unfortunately.
Oh my god. Slushy Cat's in the lead.
This race is something else.
Oh my god.
So the Thai driver
Oh, there we
looking
go,
down the
Jason.
barrel of a race victory, perhaps.
That is true. It is quite a possibility. She is fast. We
It's
know
the-
that.
It's the rookie against the veteran, and oh my god, what a race to test that.
Slushy kicking a little squirrely on exit. You can just see the Ferrari not quite as planned as you would expect going through turn 11 into turn
This
12
is
now.
the first time I believe Slushy Cat has been in the lead of an Artito race. It's going to be very interesting to see how she handles the pressure. And at the moment, she seems to be doing a very good job as Naf will try to make inroads on second place. So Slushy Cat potentially eyeing down a first win of Artito Racing. But
She
judging
is
by what we
slidey through there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
but
really
let's not
pushing
forget
the
that
car.
is how she likes to drive her car. But judging by what I've seen this race and this weekend, I'm not going to count out anything until the checkered flag comes out.
That is true.
I cannot remember a race of this much adhesion as what it is today. Absolutely crazy. So, as we are now at the halfway point of the second race, Slushy Cat leads with a 1.5 lead over Scooby Nap, just under a second behind at the moment. Tobolo in 4th and Lake Fun currently in 5th G, as there's
Oh
a
my
massive
goodness
time
me.
behind.
Yeah, that is true.
Is that behind Lake Fun? It may be. It is. Yes.
It is behind Lake Bun. There's a lot brewing up there, and there's a lot of 458s in the middle of the pack.
Bit of a train forming here for this battle, all the way from 5th down to, I believe, 9th. You can see Raffy.
Raffy's on sideways. He collected
And
round in the
Raj!
process.
I think
Oh
Vaj
my
was trying to take photos of reaction there, and the car got light as a result. And Vaj
Raj
got
has
clicked
been
down.
really unlucky today.
Yeah,
really
that is
unlucky
true.
today. It's a story of what may have been for him.
I'm expecting a very angry Raj after this.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a lot of I'm expecting a lot of angry drivers whose name is not Nat by the end of the race, and even that has the potential to change in the next 8 laps.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Still 8 laps to go. Anything can happen. Everything is a possibility.
Absolutely. So, as Scooby is starting to make very small inroads towards Slushy Cat, like we say, Scooby has the experience. He's won races before.
That is
He
true, but
has so
Nap
much
is there for the
experience.
pressure.
Absolutely, and the more Nap can keep occupied, the more Nap can occupy Scooby and his rear view mirror, the better it is for Slushy Cat. But yeah, 7 laps to go at the end of this one. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens come the end of the race. And honestly, either of these 3 drivers, honestly, you know what? Even Brad M can win this race from 13th right now. I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Let's not be too hasty there.
Yeah, it seems
It's
like a
been-
bit of a word. Phillip Island is really throwing up a chaotic race. I
At
think
the
it's
moment,
maybe
I
a word.
can call it the Ohio of the calendar.
It seems to be
I
the case.
don't know. And I don't think, judging, and if I do say so myself, I don't think the drivers are going to be very keen on coming back to Phillip Island after today.
No,
that's for
I
sure.
don't think so. I think this is a one and done here.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
Naf now sizing up a move against Scooby. Will he do it
Oh,
around the
gotta go.
outside of turn 1? Here we go.
Surely not.
Oh god.
Surely not. Surely not. Oh my
he
god.
did it.
Oh my god.
He did it.
How did he
Oh.
keep that going?
Wow. Naf is just something else out there.
What a move. I love that. And he's now going to go for Splashy Cat.
The
Naf,
bravery
Frankie
of this
Phillip.
guy.
Naf, if Naf can potentially get a race win here, oh my goodness. He's going to really put himself in the box seat to win this championship this season. But Naf will now start to make inroads on Slushy Cat. He has the confidence. He has been the most consistent driver here today, and he's trying to go back to back. Is a potential first win, or is going to be a third race win? I would like to say for Naf. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
If Slushy wins here, this will be the first time ever in Artito history that a Thai driver would win.
A Thai and a female driver.
A Thai and a female driver for that count.
A lot of firsts.
A lot of firsts for here in Artito. It's a potential.
Yep.
But we know this track is very notorious for results.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to see how Naf now chooses to attack the race. Is he going to choose to bring home the car and bring home the crucial 18 points he has at the moment? We don't have points for fastest lap, so he will not get that extra point. But like Garlic said, he is a racer. He will go for it, and he's going to have 6 laps around this track at Phillip Island to try and make inroads on Slushy Cat, who's eyeing our first win. And on that lap, it seems as though Naf had ever so slightly the faster lap time, judging by the gap. So Tobolo in 4th place, once again just keeping his nose clean, trying to eye out the podium. He can see 2nd place on the horizon there, just 6 tenths behind Scooby at the moment. So Scooby in the second half of the race just does not seem to have the pace that he had at the start.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, that is true. He's really struggling out there midway throughout the race.
Seems as though that the M3 seems to chew through his tires quite quickly in comparison to the rest of the cars.
Well, it's supposed to be one of the cars out there that's going to be safe when it comes to tire life.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, it's proving otherwise.
Maybe
the setup
from our most popular driver about the possible race win for him this week.
Well, he's got a bigger battle coming up tonight. Let's not forget
true,
that.
Yeah. He's most prepared for that instead of this.
Yeah, he's got a big battle coming up tonight for the viewers.
Oh,
Ryan and Josh are going to go off. Scooby's struggling. So our viewers, to whoever are watching, Scooby's not having a good time. It's going to be interesting to see if he's going to have the mid-corner grip going into the Gardner straight from the final corner. Seems as though he had a decent exit going off onto the Gardner straight, but Tobolov will use the slipstream as Scooby darts to the left-hand side to take the line. Tobolov will have the inside, and I think it should be a fairly straightforward move as Naf is really starting to make inroads on Slushy Cat now. We'll go back to that shortly, but Scooby hangs it around the out. Oh my goodness.
Goodness me, Scooby-Doo, what are you made of?
Oh my god. Let's go on board with, actually no, let's stay on board with this battle, but keep monitoring Naf, because he is really putting the pressure now for the lead of this race. But Tobolov will try to size it up into the middle.
Here we go, yeah.
No, absolutely, yes. Tobolov will now line it up into the middle corner.
The inside, and Scooby, I think, is on the grass.
Stupid grass.
But he's got a big gap behind him to G, so he should be fine.
He's really struggling out there today.
And again, it's Miller corner, turn 4. Seems to be where the cars just want to swap ends, just not great.
Yeah,
that's true.
And the sudden loop.
But here we go, Tobolov now on 3rd place. What a good recovery from the last race.
Let's now go on board with Naf, because he is making inroads ever so slightly, and that's a close battle on track. Josh Mitchell obviously closing in on Rogers for 10th, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a battle, if I'm going to be completely honest. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Slushy seems to have maintained that gap on the previous lap. I think Naf was ever so slightly quicker, but Slushy pulled it back in the middle sector. 4 laps to go at the end of this one. And oh boy, I don't know who's winning this one. Slushy will try to do the best job she can to try and make sure she makes amends for that first race.
Oh my goodness me, what a slide through the southern loop.
Jesus, Naf is not content. He wants this race win. He wants to capitalize on everything today. And Naf is really sending that car to beyond its limits to try and close down that gap. But Slushy has had good pace this weekend. He is really he is pushing that BMW to the limits around this track, which no other driver has, honestly. But let's not forget, Slushy has had the pace this weekend. He had the server best lap for the longest time. And at the moment, she's got track position when it matters most. And at the end of this lap, there's only going to be 3 laps left. And now the question is Naf going to think about the championship? Or is he going to try and think about a race win and try and extend his championship lead, which he currently currently is meant to hold by the end of this race. But let's wait and see what happens.
Both drivers seem to have pretty similar pace at the moment. Previous lap, Slushy Cat was a 129.548, now it's 129.592.
Yeah, very similar pace. So the gap seems to have stabilized within 1.3 seconds, but you never know. One mistake and it all can change for either of these drivers. And yeah, Tobolo is still in quite a decent position as Josh Mitchell finds his way into 10th place. So Josh now getting a point, a sole singular point, but yeah, 3 laps to go now.
Goodness me, he's taking every bit of the width of the track there.
Yeah, no, he's goes again. He's going for it, guys. He's destined to lead the championship, but oh my god. And Slushy will start to feel that pressure as she potentially closes in on the first win here at Artito Racing. And yeah, like we said, there's a lot of firsts on the horizon, but Naf is not content. He's closed that gap significantly, and a lot of that was down to the line. He took a turn 1. He used every bit of the track and some more.
Yeah, Slushy, only 3 more laps of holding on.
Oh, Nav had a bit of a moment there mid-corner, and that should give Slushy a bit of breathing room. He's gone wide there into Siberia. Now he's going to be trying to capitalize on the exit towards Lucky Heights. It's all going to be flat out through here, and Nav at the moment has gained half a second. 0.6 of a second, I'd like to say, through the first 2 sectors. And he's going to line up Lucky Heights into the hairpin. At the end of this lap, there's only going to be 2 laps remaining.
That Z4 is through there.
Absolutely. And Slushy, like I said on the top of the show, likes to take a wide line going into the hairpin. So it's going to be interesting to see if she can hang on. There's going to be 2 laps left at the end of this race.
Gap now.
Yeah, Naf is really closing in. Is he going to try and take liberties with the track limits once again and try and maximize? He's within half a second, and we've seen drivers struggle to get any closer than that when they've got similar pace. But Naf, I don't know. He's had so much pace today. Yeah, he can still win this race. 2 laps to go.
Goodness me, he's closing in really fast now.
Oh my goodness me, he did not use as much track limit there, but the entry speed he carried into that corner was crazy as we go into Southern Loop, and he will try to line it up into the Miller corner as he can see a potential race win and 7 extra points in his championship fight in front of his eyes. And Slushy is not going to defend that position. Naf is not going to be close enough. She does park it in the middle of the track, which is where you want to park it. Naf is potentially going to have 2 more opportunities. Potentially 3 is going to be either turn 1 or the hairpin at the end of Lucky Heights. So it's going to be a matter of Naf trying to close in the gap into Lucky Heights and going into the hairpin. Slushy Cat at the moment is weathering the storm. She's doing enough. And at the end of this lap, there's going to be 1 lap of racing left here. And Naf is going to make Slushy work hard for this win. They both have a lot to fight for. As Slushy's gone wide, then that's really... Slushy's gonna... Oh no, that's gonna really compromise the line going into turn number 1. Let's not forget Naf has got incredible... Yeah, but let's not forget Naf has got incredible pace going into turn number 1. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see as the drivers now once again start the final lap. And for the 2nd weekend in a row, we're gonna have a grandstand finish in the reverse grid race. Slushy Cat heads the way. Naf can smell blood. He can smell victory. It's a tie against the Brunei driver. Slushy Cat goes defensive. Naf's trying to go around the outside. He's had incredible confidence.
Oh, what a good slice of the door for Slushy there. Good defending.
Yeah, just enough, and Slushy will hold that wide, tight defensive line. Naf should have the exit if he can get the power turned down into Miller corner. But I think Slushy's got just enough gap, and she should be comfortable going into Miller corner for the final time this weekend. And Slushy will take that tight defensive line and potentially bring it back to the middle. Naf will not have a way around here. Let's not forget the corner tightens up on the exit. Naf is trying every bit way, but
early on exit.
Slushy's putting that car exactly at the right part of the track, and Naf is trying to pass a London bus at this point. Just nowhere to go for him to pass, but he's got the exit going into Lucky Heights. He's going to have 1 chance, and he's got to run. Where is he going to go?
Hey, Jamie, here we go.
Yeah, Slushy likes to run that high line. She cannot run that high line. Can Naf potentially line it up into the hairpin? I don't think he's going to be close enough. Slushy goes for that defensive line. It's going to be a run up to the line once again. Slushy's gone wide. Naf is trying to do the crisscross. He's trying to go and line it up for the final corner.
The slide is present.
Slide's there. Oh my God.
It's gonna be a drag race, I believe.
Yep, it's gonna... Oh my goodness, he's trying to get close. Oh, Slushy's gonna do it.
He can't quite. Slushy will get it.
For the
Just
first
about.
time in Artito history, we have a Thai driver, also a lady, winning the race. Congratulations to
wins the
Slushy
race.
Cat.
Incredible driving. What a race. What a final lap. She defended like a champion. And that is going to be a first win she will remember for a long, long time. Wow. What
The
a battle
Lady
that was.
Luck of Thailand. Wow, incredible racing between the two. And let's not forget, Double Up, also a good recovery race in third position.
Drivers coming across the line. Slushy Cat gets P1, followed by Naff in second. Tobin third, followed by Scoob in fourth. G gets fifth. Raj in sixth position. Lakebot and Felix, Rafi, and Josh Mitchell round out the top 10. Rogers will snag 11th. Showman will get a P12. Followed by Brad, will round corner to get 13th.
Glad
And
to
that'll be
know
the
our
last
other
finishes.
commentators starting to breathe again.
Goodness me, there's a lot to talk about after the race. So how about that?
Phew. Lots of words, honestly.
That is true, yeah.
Slushy Cat saying that our hands are shaking incredibly. And honestly, I can't play it. Congratulations. First win here at the race.
Yeah.
Whew. So that's pretty much it, actually.
Yeah. And hopefully we can sort out some broadcast options come next weekend, as Kenjake is going to be going back to Manila. But I've been flying sane, and I've been joining the commentary booth by Kindred Garlic and Kenjake. We will remember this round for many reasons, some good, some bad, and that really had. And in the grand scheme of things, that has really changed the complexion of this race, of this championship, rather.
Yep, that has been me for the lead broadcaster of this the race. So yeah, I think we'll find a way somehow to make it work on the future episodes.
Don't worry.
Yep. But for the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, you'll be able to tune in next week. You're going to round 5 of the season. But until we're able to broadcast again, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.